Right, okay. So, good evening for all of you. Students, can you all hear me? Students, I want to remind you that normally in my online classes, I'm not letting you to speak to the mic. Always use the chat box. Huh? Remember that. Always we are interacting with the chat box. So, therefore, if you want to tell something, please put the messages in the chat box, right? So, I hope you that you all can hear me. Please mute your microphones. Right, okay. Right, students, first of all, I want to warmly welcome all of you for your new journey that you are starting from today, right? So with me, students, now you people just finish your O-level exam, and so today is the first day in the chemistry class, right? So therefore, first of all, I have to welcome all of you, warmly welcome you for our Teaching First Online Academy, and we are going to conduct our first chemistry session today, right? So, first of all, I'll introduce myself. Friends, you know about me now by now, actually. Probably you know me because last Sunday we conducted the common introduction session, and all the teachers talked to you last Sunday. But for the new students, I will introduce myself. Remember, students, my name is Sandeep Prasad, and I have graduated from University of Colombo with the Bachelor of Science degree, right? And I'm specialized with chemistry subject. And university I did in the university I did applied mathematics, chemistry, statistics, and the computer science. So these are my subject combination in my university, right? And I've been teaching from more than I guess 6 years, Wagi. So I have been teaching from six for 6 years. I started teaching from 2019. I did A level in 2018. I got actually 1A, 2B, A for chemistry, and I got selected into the University of Colombo in order to do physical science. Actually, I went through the physical science stream, and I started teaching before actually I entered to the university, right? So that is my history. Actually, you have to know, right? So I think I believe that now you are ready. Now you have prepared for the A level examination. Now you have started your A level journey. So what I wanted to tell you here is the first thing is I want to ask you a few questions first of all. So how was your O level exam? Hmm? How was your O-level exam? Friends, can you see my screen? No, ne? Give me a minute. Right, how about now? Can you see the screen? Students, can you see the screen? Yes, okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay, very good. So the first question I want to ask from you is how was the exam? I got to know that science paper and maths paper was hard. Is that true? Many said that science paper and maths paper was really hard, and chemistry was hard in the science paper. Is that correct? Is that true? Was it hard for you all? No. Right. Yes. Some says yes, some says no. Little hard. Fine. Okay, right. It's okay, fine. Let's see. Remember, students, you don't have to worry about that one. So now we have started our A level, so you don't have to worry about those things. I think that I believe that you people have you all have the confidence to do A level maths or bio in science stream, in math stream. So I think you have done your science paper and maths paper well. That's why you have chosen maths and bio, right? So first of all, students, today is the subject introductory session. So I will plan the subject introductory session today in this way. I'm going to discuss few topics with you today because I want all of you to aware about chemistry subject, why you have to do this subject, what are the career paths you have, what is our A-level syllabus, what is the structure of paper, and what are the resources that you have to find, and everything we are going to discuss today, right? So therefore, first of all, let's go with a plan, and I'm going to discuss a few topics under the subject introductory session. If something important there, definitely I will mention you what are the things actually you have to notice, right? And finally, let's have a Q&A session. You can ask questions and I will answer for your questions, because there are some general questions that students every year they're asking, so whether we can do the private exam without going for school. So likewise, there are some questions. So I'll answer for those questions as well. First of all, so let's learn what is this subject and what are the related background environment around this subject, right? So students, so today we are going to conduct our subject introductory session. So in this session, first of all, I'm going to discuss with you what is our subject, right? So last Sunday, actually, we couldn't discuss much because we had only a few minutes. So therefore, so today in detail, we are going to discuss about our subject, what is chemistry, right? In detail, we are going to discuss what is our subject chemistry, okay? And the second thing that we are going to discuss is actually why you should learn, right? Why you should learn this subject, or should learn chemistry. We are going to discuss that one, okay? And as the third point, what we are going to discuss here is what are the careers or what are the paths, right? What are the careers and what are the paths that you can have after A-level exam, right? What are the careers or paths that you have after the A-level exam? And the next one is the most important thing that we are going to discuss today. I'm going to introduce that one today. So what is our A-level syllabus? Yes, right. I'm going to introduce you what is our A-level syllabus. So that is very, very important. Next week, we are going to start unit number 1. After you get the tutorials, we can start the tutorial. Next Wednesday, we are starting our day 1 class, atomic structure day 1. So I will tell you what are the things that we have to discuss, what is the syllabus and how many lessons are there. Actually, there are 14 units to discuss. I'll discuss everything today, right? A-level syllabus. And the fifth one is actually I'm going to discuss with you A-level paper structure, right? And this is also very important thing. What is the paper structure, A-level paper structure, right? And how you are going to face for the exam. First of all, before you go for the exam, you have to know what kind of a paper that you will get, right? Can you understand? You have MCQ paper separately essay paper separately in 2 days, right? So therefore, I will tell you what is the paper structure. And number 6. So what is the number 6? So number 6 that we are going to discuss is actually what are the qualifications, right? What kind of qualifications that you have to improve, right? What kind of qualifications? Let me tell that what kind of qualities, right? You have to improve. You have to improve to get 3 A's. Remember, students, we know that you have 2 more subjects as well. If you are doing biology, you have biology, physics, chemistry. If you are doing combined maths, you have combined maths, physics, chemistry. So therefore, the next thing that we are going to discuss is actually what kind of qualities and you have to improve in order to get 3 A's. And in order to get these 3 A's, especially capital A for chemistry, what is our work plan? Work plan in our class. Can you understand? Work plan in our class. What is our work plan? That is very important. First of all, when you are choosing a class, the first thing that you have to search is actually what is the work plan in that class, right? Can we go for capital A? Can we go for a good result by following that work plan? So we are going to discuss about the work plan in our class at the end, right? So as the last point, number 8, let's have a small chat, a Q&A session. I'm going to answer for your doubts. What are the doubts related to our A-level exam? What are the doubts you have related to our subject? So this is our agenda today, what we are going to discuss, right? So our subject introductory session will be this. I'm going to discuss each and every topic now. And if you have any doubts, you can put your doubts in the chat box and I will answer for those things, right? Okay, students, right. Now let's move to our first topic. So now you came to learn chemistry, right? Advanced level. So now you people are actually advanced. You just finish ordinary level. Now you people are advanced. So remember, you have to switch your mentality. So you have to adapt for the A level, right? So I'm going to discuss many things with you today, right? I'm going to share many things with you today. So you have to listen very carefully, right? So today will be the most important day for you to learn what is chemistry and what is our future. Now you know that you are going to face the A-level exam in 2027 August. So now this is April 2025. Okay? So this is actually 2nd of April. So you have May, then June, July, August, then you have 2 more years. That means 3 months and 2 years. So how we can go for capital A, 3 years, by following a proper work plan in these 2 years and 3 months. So we are going to guide you in here. I'm going to guide you here from the chemistry subject, right? So therefore, remember, now you just finished O-level exam, forget about it. Now remember, now you came for the A-level, start the work from today. Can you understand what I'm saying? You have to work from today. I'll tell you what you have to do, right? You don't have to work so many hours at the beginning. You can increase little by little, I will tell you. Students, tell me what is chemistry? Now you have learned chemistry in your O-level time, right? In science paper, you know that in science subject, we have chemistry as well, right? Biology, chemistry, physics. Can you give me a small definition, a simple definition in the chat box? What is chemistry? Tell me your idea. I'm eagerly waiting to know your ideas, your definitions for chemistry, right? So tell me what is chemistry? What is chemistry subject, as you know? Let me see. Any ideas, anything? Put your answers in the chat box. Use the chat box, huh? What is chemistry? Studying about chemicals. Okay, good, very good. That's a good idea. Study of chemicals and reactions. Okay, Akira, yes, very good. Any ideas? A subject about chemicals. Okay, subject which can learn about chemicals, studying about the properties and Behavior of matter, study about matter. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I got the correct definition from you all. Remember, students, chemistry is actually study of matter, right? Remember, we are going to divide this universe, the things in the universe, into two parts. Look at this one. Now listen to this one very carefully. I'm going to introduce you. What is this subject chemistry? Right? Listen to me very carefully. Remember, students, the things in the universe can be divided into two parts. The first one is actually matter, and the second part is energy. Matter and the energy. Matter is actually physical things, right? These are physical things. So they have some kind of a physical form. We can see them, we can touch them. Sometimes we can't see them in naked eye, but they have some kind of a physical form. Can be exist as a solid, can be exist as a liquid, can be exist as a gas, plasma. So likewise, they have some kind of a physical form. So therefore, matter is something known as a physical thing that take up a space in the atmosphere, in the environment. So those are known as matter. And energy, what does mean by energy? Then if the matter is physical things, remember students, energy means non-physical things, right? Non-physical things. Now, sometimes some of you can argue with me, sir, energy has some kind of a physical nature, right? We have learned that kind of a thing. Yeah. Remember, students, this is the general idea. This is the general idea. Energy is non-physical thing. That is a general idea. But when you go for the quantum chemistry, like very complicated, advanced theories, you will learn that actually energy is also particulate. Actually, we are going to learn some concept in the unit number 1 also under the quantum theory, right? You know that we are discussing about atomic models. We have Dalton's atomic model, Thomson's atomic model, and we have Rutherford's model, Neil Bohr's model. And in the modern world, currently we are accepting a model which is known as electron cloud model, or else it is known as quantum model. Quantum. Remember quantum chemistry. So that is a separate branch of chemistry, right? You may have general chemistry, right? You have heard about organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, analytical chemistry, environmental chemistry, industrial chemistry. So quantum chemistry is another part, another branch in chemistry. So at there we are going to learn that, students, energy is also actually having some kind of a physical nature. So then why you are categorizing now, why you are telling energy is non-physical thing? Yeah, so that is the general idea, right? Remember, students, what we are learning under A level is not completely true, right? We can't say that 100% true. We are learning things partially. Now, the same thing happened to you in O level time also, right? I'll take a nice example like this. Look at this one, will you? What is the sodium's configuration you have learned in your O level time? Tell me quickly. So sodium is the element in the periodic table which belongs to the group number 1. Group number 1 metals are known as alkaline metals: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. We are going to learn the periodic table as well, right? Sodium atomic number is 11 and mass number is 23. Can anyone tell me what is the electron configuration? Yes, that is correct. Very good. 2, 8, 1. So this is the electron configuration in sodium. What you learn? I can't say this is completely wrong. This is the way you learn in your O-level time, right? Because the way that you learn this one in O-level time is not correct. Can you understand? I'm talking about the way that you learn. Actually, when it comes to A-level, remember, now here you can understand the difference between O-level and A-level, right? Actually, there is a huge difference between O-level and A-level. You will understand that one by the time. Remember, the way that we are writing the electron configuration for sodium in A-level is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So what is this? We haven't learned this kind of a thing in O-level time. We just learned 281. Yeah, that's why I told you. So you are learning everything partially. In O-level time also, you haven't learned anything. Actually, you know very small amount of chemistry. Remember that, right? I won't say that I know everything in chemistry, right? So I have studied chemistry in university also. So I'm also having some limited knowledge of chemistry. But remember, what I want to tell you here is you haven't learned anything in chemistry in your O-level time. Look at the difference between, you tell that the electron configuration of sodium is 281. So this is the way that electrons are arranged in the energy levels. Can you remember energy level concept? Have you learned energy level concept in O-level time? That means these electrons are filled to the energy levels, right? So these are the electrons in the first energy level, and these are the electrons in the second energy level, and this is the last electron in the third energy level. But remember, students, when it comes to A level, we are discussing a concept which is known as sub-energy level. Energy levels are split again into sub-energy levels. We are discussing that one in A level. But you didn't learn these things in what? Where? O level. So that is the difference between O level and A level, right? So you have to, this is a very small example, right? So there are so many things to discuss. Can you understand? So this is a very small example. So try to understand. So this is actually a small idea to understand the difference between O level and A level. You have to first of all make your mindset, I don't know anything in chemistry. So today, from today onwards, I'm going to learn chemistry properly. What we have to discuss, right? Fix a target today, right? Fix a target, a proper target today. We are going to learn chemistry properly from today onwards. So come back to the topic, chemistry. So as we discussed, universe is divided into two parts. The things in the universe can be divided into two parts, matter and the energy. Matter means the physical things, and energy means generally non-physical things. So chemistry is the subject where we discuss about the matter. Yeah, I saw that many of you told me the correct idea, the correct definition. Remember, chemistry is the subject, right? The subject where we discuss about matter and the energy, right? Listen to this one now. The energy associated with that matter. What is it? Now, so you told that the simple idea about chemistry is the subject where we discuss about matter. Now, what is this? And the energy associated with that matter. Just now you told us, sir, chemistry means the subject that we are discussing about matter. Now, what you are trying to say? Are we going to discuss about energy as well? Yeah. Remember, students, we are going to discuss about the energy associated with that matter. That means you have to understand that there is a connection between the matter and the energy. Can you understand what I'm saying? There is a connection between matter and the energy. We are not only discussing about matter, we are going to discuss about the energy related or associated with that matter. Right? Let me explain you that in this way. Can you remember in your O-level time, you have discussed about the neutralization reaction, the simple reaction. What is the neutralization reaction? Let me consider sodium hydroxide, a base, a strong base, is reacting with HCl, strong acid. What are the products, students? Quickly put your answers in the chat box. What are the products of this reaction? Yes. What is the main product actually? Yes, very good. Sodium chloride and water, H2. This is the reaction, Remember, students, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is metal. Sodium hydroxide is a chemical compound, a chemical substance, which is made by sodium, oxygen, hydrogen elements. So elements, compounds, everything is what? Matter. So those are actually subparticles of matter. So this is actually a reaction, a chemical reaction that we can represent the change of matter. Sodium hydroxide and HCl both are reacting to form sodium chloride and water. But that's not the case I want to teach you here. I told you something like there is a connection between matter and the energy. I told you that there is a connection between matter and the energy. So I think we can't see a connection between the matter and energy in this reaction. Can you please prove that one? Yes. Look at this now. When this reaction happens, so normally we can do this simple reaction in the laboratory. Sodium hydroxide strong base and HCl strong acid. We know that this is a neutralization reaction. It releases some heat to the outside. It releases heat. Remember, students, heat is actually a form of thermal energy. Form of thermal energy. What did I just say now? Heat is the form of thermal energy. Yes, very good. That's exothermic reaction. So heat release. Heat is releasing from the reaction. Heat is the form of thermal energy. Students, then you have to understand that a matter is changing into another form of matter and releases some energy. Then what do you think? Won't there be any connection between matter and energy? Definitely there is a connection. Students, you have learned energetics, right? You have learned what are the energies released by these reactions. Probably, I think you have learned about exothermic reactions and the endothermic reactions. Am I correct? Exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions. Exothermic means when a chemical reaction occurs, it releases heat to outside. And the second one is endothermic. So what does mean by endothermic? Endothermic means when a chemical reaction occurs, it absorbs heat. Endothermic. Can you understand? Then, so in this neutralization reaction, so we are doing the practical for this one in A level also. Unit number 5, energetics. So that heat is calculated as 57 kilojoules per mole. That's a negative value, right? If it is exothermic reaction, we give a negative value, negative 57 kilojoules per mole. So this is an exothermic reaction. So students, this is a simple reaction, simple chemical reaction. I can show you that the relationship between the matter and the energy. I told you, just now I told you, heat is the form of the thermal energy. So the matter is changing into another form and releasing. Here is the example. And the next thing, remember, now this is exothermic reaction. What about if we go for endothermic reaction? Look at this. Look at this one very carefully. Let me consider, sorry, a chemical compound, ammonium chloride. So ammonium chloride, I'm going to take the salt. I'm going to take the solid form of the ammonium chloride. And I'm going to dissolve this ammonium chloride solid in water, H2O liquid. What will happen? Remember, students, this is ionic compound. So this ionic compound is well soluble in water and producing ammonium plus aqueous cation and Cl minus aqueous anion. Right? So remember, there is actually a bond breaking. Can you understand? Ammonium chloride is an ionic bond. What are the chemical bonds you learn in your O-level time? You learn about covalent bonds, dative covalent bonds, ionic bonds, metallic bonds. We are going to discuss those things again in our A-level. So therefore, ammonium chloride is an ionic compound. It dissolves in water. It dissolves in water and producing ammonium plus aqueous, Cl minus aqueous. Remember, students, here, this reaction need heat. It is absorbing heat. right? Just imagine I'm going to take a small sample of ammonium chloride into a measuring cylinder, boiling tube. Just imagine this is the boiling tube. I'm going to take ammonium chloride solid and I'm going to add some distilled water and I have to heat that one. I have to heat that one through the Bunsen burner. I have to put that one to the Bunsen burner and I have to heat. That means as an outsider, we are giving the energy for that chemical reaction from outside. So therefore that reaction is absorbing the heat. So what will happen? Endothermic reaction. Endothermic means they are absorbing the heat from outside. So heat is again what? Thermal energy, a form of energy. So therefore these are very simple examples that I can show you the relationship between matter and the energy. Try to understand. So likewise, we can discuss many things related to the relationship between the matter and energy. So try to understand what we are going to learn in chemistry and what is the definition, what is the idea of. We are not just discussing about the matter. So you are telling matter, matter, matter. What is this matter? See, matter means everything, right? Everything around us, right? This marker pen, this whiteboard, chair, table, laptop, right? Pencil, pen, everything is matter. And we are going to discuss about the fundamental particle. Now, next week, we are going to discuss about what is the fundamental particle of matter. Can anyone tell me what is the fundamental particle of matter? Quickly tell me, students. What is the fundamental particle? Atom. We have to discuss atomic theory. Next week, we are going to start. Right? So the fundamental particle in matter is atom. And we are going to discuss about atom. How they found that. And they found the subatomic particles inside the atom, which are known as electrons, protons, neutrons. We are going to discuss how the electrons are discovered. J.J. Thomson is the scientist who discovered electron. Then Eugene Goldstein is the scientist who discovered proton for the first time. James Chadwick is the person who discovered the neutron for the first time. So we are going to discuss about the matter, atom, the fundamental particle, and what are the subatomic particles, how these things are arranged in the matter, in atom, and the related things around it. Right? So that's what I mean by matter. That means chemistry is actually a deeper investigation about everything around us. Try to understand. So that's why I told you that the subject where we discuss about the matter and the energy associated with that matter. Okay. So, and the next thing is actually simply we can give this kind of a definition, but when we go for the things that we have to learn in this subject, this is actually a bit complicated. I can't explain the content, everything that we have discussed. So yes, probably the time is also not enough. So I can't explain everything that we have to discuss in 2 years, right? So you can understand that. But try to understand, we are going to learn many things in a simple way. So this is our subject. Can you understand? Right? So the next point. So the second point, what we are going to discuss is actually why you should learn chemistry, right? The second point I'm going to discuss with you here. Students, you don't have to write down these things, okay? You just listen this. If you want to write down, note down these things, it doesn't matter. It's not compulsory, yeah? So the second point, the second thing that I want to teach you today, why you should learn chemistry. Why you should learn chemistry as a subject. Remember, you are going to learn this subject for 2 years and 3 months from today. So why you should learn this chemistry subject? So just because of having this subject in our syllabus, because if you want to go for medicine engineering, in order to do A-level maths and science bio, we have to do chemistry, right? Yeah, obviously that's correct. But I'm not going to discuss that part here. I'll tell you here under this topic, I'll tell you what are the advantages and how we meet chemistry and what is the connection between chemistry and you, right? We people, that means mankind, is connected to this subject, how that connection is made. I'm going to discuss that one through 3 points. Listen to this one very carefully. The first point that I'm going to discuss here with you is actually this is one of the very interesting subject, one of the interesting subject that we have. What are the other subjects we have? We have biology, we have mathematics, we have physics, philosophy. So likewise, there are so many subjects. So chemistry is also one of the interesting subject that we have discussed. Here, I want to point out, so how you are exactly telling that the subject is very interesting. So first of all, you have to learn that subject properly. You have to analyze that subject properly. So that's why you people came today. That's why students came today to learn this. Remember, we are going to discuss this one in deep. We have to go for a deep investigation on this one. Then you will find whether it is interesting or not. Now I'll tell you honestly, you have to believe me actually. I did A level in mathematics stream. I did combined maths. My subject was combined maths, physics, and chemistry. Normally, you know that the general idea around the students, among the students actually, the students, those who are doing maths, they always tell that the chemistry is hard. Chemistry is hard for them. And those who are doing biology, they tell that always the physics is hard. But remember, that's not true. I'm telling you that that's not true all the time. It's not true all the time. Because remember, students, when you find yourself in that subject, when you find very interesting in that subject, definitely remember, whoever you are, remember, definitely you are going to love that subject. So I'm a person kind of, I love chemistry. I have a passion on chemistry as well as in teaching chemistry. So therefore, first of all, you have to learn the subject with the interest. Now, first day, I'm going to tell you that if you don't have any interest in this subject, if you don't have any interest in this subject, because you have learned chemistry in your all level time, neither. So don't. So if you don't have any passion, if you don't have any interest to learn this subject, please don't choose this. Right? If you now, one more thing like is there. So my target is to go for medicine. Then my target is to go for engineering, University of Morocco. Then you have to do chemistry, right? Whether you're interested or not is not issue. It's not matter. You have to do that one. It's a must. Then you have to do that one anyhow. Then if you are doing that one by hating that subject, so you can't learn that one properly. Right? Simply what I'm trying to say here is ඉස්සල්ලාම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක කරන්න ආසාවක් ඇති කරගන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. Can you understand? ඉස්සල්ලාම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක කරන්න ඔයගලන්ගේ ඇගේ පොඩි තියෙන්න ඕන, පොඩි ඇම්මක් තියෙන්න ඕන. ඔයගලන්ට ආසාවක් තියෙන්න. නැත්තම් බෑ. Can you understand what I'm saying? So first of all, make that interest. Right? I'll teach you what are the things you have learned. Right? And one more thing, a wrong idea that among the students, chemistry is a subject that you have to study hard. No, it's not correct. It's not correct. I told you, I did mathematics. So when you are learning chemistry kind of a subject, remember, we have two parts, theories and calculations. You have to discuss theories, we have to learn theories and calculations as well. That's a combination. Right? You have to learn theories and you have to learn calculations as well. So that's a fine combination. Very interesting. So therefore, I'll teach you what are the things you have to study, what are the short notes you have to prepare. So those kind of things we will be discussing right? So this is the first thing that you have to understand here, right? So the next thing is actually the next point is this subject is this subject suit with your target. Now you people came today with a target, right? So what is your target? Put your answers in the chat box. Let's see. What is your target, students? Huh? After doing A level, what is your target? Medicine. Yeah, that's a very common answer. Yes, it's okay, fine. Getting 3A medicine, engineering. Okay. To become a doctor. Okay, good. To become a doctor. Entering for the Ocean University. Okay, very good. And if a different target. Right, okay. So likewise, yeah, mathematician. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Become a doctor. Good, 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 good. Right. Very interesting. So look at this one. Now, when I look at your answers, I can see that most of you want to become a doctor engineer. So if you want to become a doctor, definitely what you have to learn? Chemistry. So without chemistry, you know that actually you can't go for your target. Yeah, there are some targets actually you can achieve without doing chemistry. For an example, if you want to go through the software session, that means software engineering or something like that. Yeah, definitely you can do ICT as well. To become lawyer, good. That's very interesting, right? You know that actually there is uh, a a career in chemistry, forensic scientist. That means in criminal investigations, we have some evidences. So in order to analyze those evidences, actually we should have the chemistry knowledge. So become a lawyer is actually a good thing. Yes, I have seen that many students after doing maths, combined maths, they are doing the law degree also, right? Yes, I can see that you all have a good target. So in order to go for that target, you have to learn chemistry. So the second point is you have to check whether your target is matching with this subject. That means your subject, that's chemistry subject that you are going to choose, is suit for your target. That's the second. And the third point, remember, in day-to-day life, right? In day-to-day life, we have to deal with this subject, right? Actually, remember, I don't know whether your parents also they are here. Actually, they also can learn chemistry. Doesn't matter. So you can attend for my class. So if your child is attending for my class, so you can also attend for my class and learn some chemistry. If you haven't learned, right? Maybe your parents can be their doctors and engineers you have learned. So if you haven't learned chemistry before, yes, you can learn, right? Because chemistry is actually a subject we are dealing with in our day-to-day life. For an example, now you just imagine you go for your kitchen. Just go for the kitchen, put a cushion. Now don't go for the kitchen now, right? I'm telling you that you have to imagine, right? So when you go for the kitchen, they are also chemistry. I'll start from the gas cylinder. Gas cylinder is containing, right? Gas cylinder is containing what? What are the gases there in the gas cylinder? Can anyone tell me? Any student? What are the chemical compounds containing in the gas cylinder? Yes, LP gas, liquid petroleum gas. So liquid petroleum gas is containing, yes, very good, very good. Butane and propane mixture, right? Do you know that what does mean by butane? You have learned about hydrocarbons in O-level time, right? So you had a topic in O-level. I have seen that one in O-level book. So butane is actually C4H10, right? So that's an alkane, hydrocarbon, carbon and hydrogen containing compound, a fuel. Got it? So this is butane. Butane means, students, C4H10. 4 carbon atoms are there, and hydrogen atoms are connected to these 4 carbon atoms in this way. So that's butane. And what about propane? So propane means 3 carbon atoms are there. So chemical formula is C3H8. So that is propane. So these are the chemical formulas that we are going to learn in organic chemistry. In our syllabus, we have 4 units to discuss under the organic chemistry. Number 1, basic concepts of hydrocarbons. Next one is hydrocarbon and halohydrocarbons. Basic concepts in organic chemistry: hydrocarbons, halohydrocarbons, oxygen containing organic compounds, nitrogen containing organic compounds. So there are 4 units. So these are hydrocarbons, right? I'm very sure that you will love organic chemistry, because that is also my favorite lesson in chemistry, right? And I can teach this one very well, right? I can teach this one very well. I'm confident in that one, 100%, not 100%, 200%. You can go for my YouTube channel and you can search what I have done. So Sandeep Prasad Chemistry YouTube channel, and I gave you the link in WhatsApp group, right? So you can search what I have done. Okay. So this is very interesting. I personally believe that you all will love this subject, right? Especially organic chemistry. So remember, students, in the gas cylinder we have 2 chemical substances, butane, propane. So this is chemistry, and these are fuels, hydrocarbons. So you already know what we have in the gas, right? So the chemistry behind the gas cylinder is this one. And the next thing is, you just go for we know that actually we are adding vinegar, right? Vinegar bottle, vinagiri bottle. In vinegar, what is the chemical substance we have? Can anyone tell me? Yeah, acetic acid, right? Acetic acid. Acetic acid is CH3C double bond OH. So that's a carboxylic acid. අපි යාට කියනවා carboxylic acid එකක් කියලා, right? C double bond OH. So that's a carboxylic acid. So this is chemistry, right? You may know or you may not know, but you are exposing to this chemical world in day-to-day life, right? Your family members, your mother, father, your siblings, every one of us exposing to this chemical world every day. Then try to understand the importance of learning this subject. Am I right? Vinegar, right? Then you know that when you go for that lemon is containing citric acid. Then you know that milk is containing lactic acid. So likewise, many things are there, right? And you just consider the paint that we apply in our walls, in our house. So that is made by a compound which is known as titanium dioxide. So this is actually D block element. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. So there are 10 elements we are going to discuss on the D block. So titanium dioxide. So this is actually white color compound which is used to make white color paint. Sometimes we are using zinc oxide also, but in many white color paints, titanium dioxide is there. You understand? So likewise, in everywhere, in our day-to-day life, we are exposing to, right? From the foods we are taking till the medicines, from the foods to medicine, right? We are taking in our day-to-day life, all of things are containing what? Chemistry, right? Panadol, paracetamol, aspirin, everything. So these tablets, medicine, all of them are chemical formulas, chemical substances. So therefore, you have to learn. You have to learn this business, right? And you just go for the outside, will you? If you go for the outside, let's go for a petrol bar, a petrol shed. So when you go for the petrol shed, you know that petrol. So what does mean by this petrol? So petrol is actually a fuel that we are applying for vehicles. So normally in the petrol shed, if you have gone, You know that the petrol is actually known as, in the gas form, they have mentioned 92 octane, right? 92 octane, 95 octane, likewise they have mentioned. So this 92 and 95 is actually pure. So 95 octane is actually high pure. Yes, very good. So octane means actually what? C8H18. 8 carbon atoms. That's a long chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all the carbon atoms are connected to hydrogens. C8H18, hydrocarbon. So likewise, we can discuss many examples. Now, when you take a vehicle, right? Do you know that, students? When we are filling air to the tires, what is the gas that we are using? Can anyone tell me? What is the gas we are discussing? Nitrogen gas. We have a separate discussion for nitrogen gas in the unit number 6, chemistry of SPD block elements, under the P block, group number 15, nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere. What is the percentage? Tell me, my friends. What is that? 78%. Very good. 78%. 78% of nitrogen is gases in the atmosphere is what? Nitrogen. Can anyone tell me that why nitrogen is 78%? Let's see. Right? Now we know that when we consider our atmosphere around you, nitrogen gas is there. So when you consider a particular certain volume, in that volume 78% is nitrogen. Can you tell me? No. Can you tell me why nitrogen gas is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere? Yes, very good. Who is that? Ushda Safir. Yeah, triple bond. Yes, very good. Nitrogen, nitrogen, triple bond. Nitrogen is making a triple bond in this way. Mate. In order to break this bond, we have to give lot of energy. So that is actually more than 900 kilojoules per mole. In order to break the triple bond, we have to give a lot of energy. Can you understand? So therefore, try to understand, students. Every day, in day-to-day life, we are exposing to this subject. So this is also one of the reasons that you have to learn this subject. Not only just because of having these things in the syllabus, in order to go for the university, in order to do medicine, in order to do maths, you have to choose chemistry. Yeah, that's obviously correct. But remember, you have to understand the real life applications as well. Okay. Now, the next topic that we are going to discuss is actually the careers that we can choose after doing chemistry. At there, I'll discuss some other things, how you can apply chemistry in real life, right? So shall we move to the next topic? So the next topic that we are going to discuss is what are the career opportunities? What are the paths you can select after doing chemistry, right? Now listen to this one. Listen to this. So the third point I'm going to discuss with you is what are the careers after doing chemistry as a subject, right? Obviously, I know that most of you told me that you want to become a doctor or you want to become an engineer, likewise, right? As I can remember, most of you told me that, so I want to become a doctor, I want to become an engineer, right? So today morning, actually, I conducted our introduction session in Nigambu class. And there also, we had some different targets. Some students said that they want to become aircraft engineers. There were few girls, actually, they want to become microbiologists. And they wanted to become, they want to do PhD in science, right? What is that? Psychology, right? So likewise, there were so many targets, right? Now listen to this one. After doing chemistry, what are the careers you can choose? Yeah, whatever, whoever say anything, remember the main two are actually medicine and engineering, right? So we can't ignore that one, students. So medicine and engineering are the first two career opportunities that you have in our country, right? Have you heard about that campus book? Do you know campus book? What is the campus book? If you have your elder brothers and sisters, ask from them, those who went for the university, those who did A level, what is the campus book? In the campus book, actually, for the medicine and engineering only, they have given the highest Z score, right? In order to go for the Morato engineering, probably you have to get 1.9, more than 1.9 Z score. And in order to go for the Colombo medicine, actually, the Z score is very high. Sometimes it go up to 2.7, 2.8, more than, anyhow, more than 2.5 for sure, right? So therefore, you can refer the campus book and you can check there what are the Z score value they have. So these are the two career opportunities that they have given: medicine and engineering. Remember, now everyone, all of you are, I would say most of you are trying to enter for the medicine. If you are doing maths, you are trying to enter for the engineering. What do you think? Now, I think in the session, yeah, more than 60 students are there, right? Can all of you enter for the medicine engineering? I wish all of you should enter for the engineering and medicine, right? But when you consider all the students, those who are doing A-level maths by in the country, in the island, can all of them enter to the University of Moratuwa and University of Colombo? So remember, the best university to do medicine in our country is University of Colombo. And the best university to do engineering in our country is University of Moratuwa. How to bet the university, right? So what do you think? Can everyone enter for the universities? No, right? We have to accept it. That means, students, we should have some alternative paths as well. Remember, you don't have to worry. I'll tell you a very interesting thing. Please notice this one. After, now actually I did my A-level first in 2016. Actually, I couldn't get the proper result, and I did again, right? In the second attempt also, I couldn't enter for the university. I did my third attempt also. My target was to enter for the engineering, but I couldn't do that one. I couldn't go for that target. But finally, I ended up with the University of Colombo Faculty of Science to do a Bachelor of Science degree with very interesting subject in the best university in the country, right? Actually, at the beginning, I was very frustrated. I was very disappointed, and I couldn't achieve my target. Likewise, I very disappointed. Now I don't have any disappointment, any frustration after obtaining that degree, because I found my passion, I found my career, I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I have to do, right? Because I have option, I have an option. Remember, after doing maths bio, students, you have so many options in the. Don't believe any rumors. You have so many options in the country. If you can't find an option in here, don't worry. After obtaining a degree, you can go for a foreign country and you can live your life what you wish. The first thing I want to tell you is, at least you have to enter for a university, for an university. Can you understand? Now, in the first day, you have to determine this one, right? The first thing that you have to always have is a fixed target. So, unwavering target, right? Unwavering target. So you have to have a fixed target. Yes, I'm going to do this one. Yeah, if you can't achieve that target, remember, then let's go for the next option, right? As I told you, there are so many career opportunities. So you don't always have to go for the medicine, engineering. But remember, you have to try your maximum, right? If your target is medicine, yes, you have to work for it. I'm going to do it one day. I'm going to enter for the University of Colombo in order to do medicine. That is your target. That is your ultimate target. And I'm going to work for that one from today. And my ultimate target is going for engineering, more to engineering. And I want to become an engineer or top level engineer. So that is my target. So you have to fix that target today. So what are the other career opportunities we have if we can't enter for the engineering or medicine? Yes. Remember, students, after doing chemistry, you have so many career opportunities, right? So the next thing is actually, I would say that, look at this one. Look, the next option that you have, right? I'm discussing about the chemistry related things. If you are doing biology, remember, students, so there is a field known as microbiology. Microbiology. So this is actually very demanding and very difficult. And those who did this subject in this area, they are telling that this is very difficult, but this is actually well paid, very demanding in our not in our country, in foreign countries. So very demanding and very valuable career option that we have, microbiologist, right? So this is very interesting. If you can't go for medicine, so you can have a second option like this. You can enter to the Colombo of University of Colombo, and you can do this again. And remember, students, not medicine or engineering. You can go for the scientist level as well, right? Do you know that there are many students, those who are dropping medicine and engineering, even though they have selected to those faculties and they are coming for the Bachelor of Science degrees, bachelor degrees, and they are trying to become scientists, right? So nice example is actually, do you know that there is a scientist from our country who is working in NASA? Have you heard of him? He's actually a former Nalandian known as Dr. Sarath Punapala, right? So actually he studied in University of Colombo, our university, and he became a scientist. Now he's working in NASA. Look at the pride building, right? So a person who is representing our country in NASA. So why can't you do that? So going rather than going medicine engineering, so this is also somewhat important, right? But remember, in order to become a scientist, actually, you have to do some extraordinary things, new inventions, right? You have to find new things. So, but remember, you have these kind of things also, right? So if you directly go for the careers that you have, that you can do after doing chemistry, you can go for the pharmacy industry as well, right? Students, you can become a pharmacist, right? So don't think that the pharmacist is actually a low graded thing, right? So pharmacy is a good thing. So pharmacy means actually you are dealing with the medicine. So you can own your pharmacy, right? So you can supply medicine. Pharmaceutical industry. You can enter for the pharmaceutical industry. You can earn bill, right? So likewise, you can go for this kind of a career option also. And of course, we can say that you can become a teacher, right? I have to include these things because this is our profession. So we can tell that educator, right? Or teacher, professor. So you can teach chemistry in high schools, universities. So that is also what a career option, right? So no one can ignore that. So, and the next thing is actually, if you specialize in chemistry, you can be a chemist, right? The Sinhala term that we are using for chemistry is actually Rasayanajña, who is expertise in analytical chemistry, right? In many laboratories, actually, we can see chemistry. Chemistry is actually a good career option. Normally, when you go for a foreign country, they are paying, I think, $85,000 per year, I guess. So per year, right? So you can multiply this one by 300 and divide by 12. Then you can find the value that you can earn monthly. So that is also kind of a good option, chemist, right? So in order to become a chemist, actually, you can first of all you can complete your bachelor degree. If you can pass that one in first class, actually, you can go for a PhD directly, and you can become a chemist if you want. Otherwise, you can complete bachelor degree, MSc, PhD likewise. After MSc also, you can have those kind of options. Can understand, right? And look at the next career option that I'm going to tell you. You won't believe me. IT industry. So actually, IT is completely opposite of this subject, right? Because some of the students are dropping chemistry and choosing ICT, right? They are choosing ICT instead of chemistry. But remember, after doing chemistry also, you can go for the IT industry, right? So there is no barriers, no resistances actually to go for the IT industry after doing chemistry. I'll tell you a simple example. I have a friend in my university. I think his subject combination was physics, chemistry, computer science, and statistics, I guess. So now he is working in demo company, and he is working as the tech lead, right? He is working as the tech lead in that company. And yes, I will answer for your questions, right? So I think he is earning around 6 lakhs per month. So at the beginning, right? So, but what is the subject combination that he did? Chemistry, physics, statistics, computer science. But now he is working as the tech lead. That is something related to the IT industry, IT, right? So those kind of things are there. So after doing this subject, even though you ended up with a low result where you can go for the university, remember you have so many career options, right? Don't underestimate the Bachelor of Science degree, okay? Those who are doing physical science, bioscience, don't underestimate them. Don't think that always the people who did medicine and engineering, they are earning a lot. They have a good career than the others always. It's not true. After you go for the other career options also, remember you can have a better life, a better career that you expected. Mark my words. But remember, you have to earn a lot for that one. You have to work hard for that. Now, remember now, when you go for the engineering also, because remember in engineering, you have so many branches. Do you know that? In Moroto University, actually, you have so many chemistry branches. CS engineering is there, electronic engineering is there, electrical engineering is there, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, material engineering, aircraft engineering, right? Mechatronics, likewise. So many engineering departments are there. And remember, in the Moroto University, chemical engineering department also there. Chemical engineering, right? What did I say, Chemical engineering. So that means chemistry related thing, right? Yeah, of course, right? Chemical engineering. I told you, chemistry is everywhere. So in engineering also actually, chemistry is there. Engineering means actually the people who what find the solutions for the problems, right? Actually, the science people are the problem solvers, as I believe, right? In our university, actually, that's how they told us. You people are problem solvers. You are entering for the society after getting a degree to give the solutions for the problems in the society. So science people. So we are science people. So engineering is also what? Some kind of a good, a carry option that you can go. And here we have chemical engineering, that is something related to chemistry. Can you understand? Of course, you know that in medicine, actually, we need chemistry, right? So we are dealing with the bio things and biochemistry and everything. So medicine is there. So likewise, remember students, we have so many career options like this. Can you understand? So these are the things that you have to understand. So you have to fix your target first, right? From the very first day, you are going to fix your target, whether I'm going to go for medicine or not, whether I'm going to go for engineering or not, or any other career option. I told you that now I saw that many of you give me some other career options as well. Then you can go in that path. So this is the third point that we have to discuss. What are the careers after doing chemistry? Okay. Okay. So let's discuss about these things under the Q&A session further. What are the doubts you have? Okay. So this is a simple demonstration that you have to that I wanted to teach you that not only medicine and engineering, you have some other career options as well after doing chemistry. Especially you have to notice that if you want, you can go for the IT industry after doing chemistry. And do you know that in order to go for the Motor 2 engineering, you have to do chemistry, right? Right. So personally, I know that some of the students are telling me that, so I choose chemistry because I want to go for engineering. If they are giving option like to drop chemistry and choose IT, definitely I'm going to choose ICT by dropping chemistry. Then my path is very clear, right? Because I hate chemistry. So likewise, many students are telling. But remember, so in our education system, still they have given chemistry is a qualification before you go for the engineering faculty. So then you have to understand the importance of subject, right? So there is another engineering department that that is not in our country. I think you have heard about petroleum engineering, something like that, right? So you can search about these things, right? So there are also some kind of a chemistries included here. So chemistry is actually interconnected with the other subjects, right? Maths, physics, biology, right? Psychology, likewise. So forensic science, likewise, for everywhere, chemistry is right. Okay, then let's go further. So quickly, let's move to the our next topic. So what is the next topic? Number 4. So students, I told you now what is our subject, chemistry. I gave you an introduction about our subject. And secondly, I told you that why you have to choose chemistry. As the third point, I gave you what are the career options you have after doing. So remember, these are only few career options. Huh? There are so many career options after doing chemistry. Okay. Right. Now, number 4. So what is the fourth point that I gave you? Right. A-level syllabus. Okay. I think that all of you were eagerly waiting for this one. What is our A-level syllabus? What are the things we have to learn? The first thing that I want to tell you, students, there are 14 units to discuss. How many units? Units 14ක් තියෙනවා. 14ක් තියෙනවා, right? Keep that in your mind. First of all, I'm going to categorize these 14 units into the branches that we have to learn, right? What are the branches we have? Look at this. So the branches that we have, the first one is general chemistry, right? General chemistry. So I'll show you the resource book that we have for the general chemistry, okay? Look at this one. Can you see this book? I'll tell you what is this book, okay? Finally, I'll tell you that what are the resources you have to buy. Remember, students, this is actually known as our resource book issued by NIE. Okay, so can you see that? GC Advanced Level Chemistry, Grade 12, resource book, General Chemistry and Inorganic Chemistry. So this is the resource. This is kind of a handbook, kind of a textbook for you. All of you have to buy this one. I will upload the PDF of these resource books to the WhatsApp group after the class, sometimes by tomorrow again. You have to refer these books. You have to keep these books with you, right? So general chemistry is the first branch that we are discussing. So in the general chemistry, we have 3 units: unit number 1, unit number 2, and unit number 3. So these are the 3 branches we have. These are the 3 units we have to discuss under the general chemistry, right? And the next branch is actually inorganic chemistry. What is it? Inorganic chemistry. In the inorganic chemistry, remember students, we are going to discuss only one unit, which is unit number 6. Unit number 6 is inorganic chemistry. And the next one is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. So organic chemistry is unit number 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right? So the next branch that we have is physical chemistry. Physical chemistry. So the physical chemistry started from unit number 4. Unit number 4, 5, then we have 11, 12, 13. So these are the physical chemistry units. Remember, sir, physical chemistry means it's not something like physics or something related there, right? Physical chemistry means actually we have to deal with more calculations. I told you. So when we learn our subject, you don't have to worry. Our subject is actually well balanced. Do you know why? There are a lot of theories. Along with the theories, we have calculations as well. Theories plus calculations. So you have to learn both parallelly, 50-50. Right? So question paper is also well balanced. So therefore, you don't have to worry. Can you understand? So therefore, unit number 4, 5, 11, 12, 13. So these are physical chemistry. And the last one is actually what? Industrial. Industrial chemistry. And I would say that our last unit is industrial chemistry and environmental pollution. So here I'll tell that industrial and environmental chemistry. Industrial and environmental chemistry. Got it? So unit number 40. Right? So it's better actually if you can note down these things, because I won't discuss these things in the next class onward, because in the next class, actually, remember, we are starting the lesson continuously 3 hours. We are doing the class in this way. So that is my way. I'm not wasting my time, your time in the online classes. So our that is the specialty of our online class. And I want to tell you something like this. So remember, students, I started the online class for the 24 batch, started from 20 students. And now currently we are doing 25 batch. So there are about 50 students in the theory class, and there are about 45 students in the paper class. And we are doing 26 batch also. In the 26 batch, there are about more than 80 students in the class. And in the paper class also, there are about 50 to 55 students in the paper class, right? So here also for your batch also, I'm planning to prepare actually in the last batches also. I told that maximum students are 50, but always it's exceeding. So I don't know how many students will come to this batch, but yeah. So this is your official batch 2020. Right. Can you hear me now? Right. So students, I was talking about your student pack. So please give your details to our class coordinators. So they will collect your details and they will inform me, and I have to send your tutorials before the next class. So therefore, soon after the class, at least if you can't fill the Google form, send your name and address properly for class coordinators, and they will collect your informations, and you will get these tutorials, right? And this is the file, and this is your first unit, atomic structure, unit number 1. So this is part 1. So you have another tutorial, and the first tutorial is always actually well prepared. So these kind of nice diagrams are there, colorful diagrams are there. So this is actually the flame test you are going to learn, and this is hydrogen emission spectrum. So after the theories, you have some questions also. So likewise, these diagrams are also included in the tube. And you have another tube. This is the past exam question tutorial. So in this past exam question tutorial, you have past paper MCQs and structured essay questions, as well as essay questions from 1980. So you will get both these tutorials after you registered for the class, right? So what you have to do is just give your name and address. You will get the tutorial before the next class. Okay. So that is our the way that we are conducting our online classes, right? So I believe that my online class is actually, I'm teaching well. That's no any doubt about that one. But uh, the organizing and everything is also perfect. So we are sending the tudes for the students at the correct time. I'll show you some tudes that I gave for your senior batch students, right? So you will have every day, actually, I'm giving tudes actually per month. You will have at least one tude. So this is for the 25 batch. So this is actually for the 26, right? So this is paper book. I'll inform you about the paper class when we are starting the paper class. So this is actually these kind of tutorials you will have for each and every lesson, each and every unit. After the completion of the unit, you will have the question tutorial as well. So therefore, small reminder, soon after the class, please give your details, get registered, you will get the tunes. Okay, right. So these are the branches that we have to discuss. Now, as you can see here, according to this lesson plan, in the branches, I have included all the 14 units. 1, 2, 3, general chemistry. 4, 5, physical chemistry. 6 is inorganic chemistry. 7, 8, 9, 10, organic chemistry. 11, 12, 13, physical chemistry. And again, unit number 14 is industrial and environmental chemistry. So these are the branches that we have to discuss, right? So now, let's go unit wise. What are the units we have to discuss? Okay, so you have to know about that one also. What are the unit wise things we have to discuss, right? If you want to note down these things, quickly note down. Huh? So, but erase these things quickly. Time is flying, isn't it? Unit number 1. So what is the first unit? What is the first unit? Do you know what is the first unit in our syllabus? Did you search these things? Yeah, yeah. That is the unit number 1, atomic structure. So atomic structure is the unit number 1. Atomic structure is coming under the GC. GC means general chemistry, right? Atomic structure is coming under the general chemistry. So atomic structure is actually, so what we are simply going to discuss here is actually now I told you the basic fundamental things about the matter, how the matter is made, what is the fundamental particle. In that fundamental particle, what are the subparticles we have? We have electrons, protons, neutrons. So we are going to discuss about how they discovered the electron, how they discovered the proton, how they discovered the neutron, how these electrons, protons, neutrons are gathered inside the atom. Atom is look like, how atoms look like, what are the atomic models. Right? So those kind of things we are going to discuss. So for an example, atomic models that we have discussed, Dalton's golf ball model. He assumed that atoms look like a golf ball, right? Sorry. Later, J.J. Thomson found that atoms look like a plum pudding, right? And then Ernest Rutherford conducted an experiment with his students Geiger and Marsden, and they proved that atom is actually a kind of a planetary model. Like planets are orbiting the sun, so the electrons actually orbiting the atomic nucleus. So that is known as planetary model, nucleus model. Then Niels Bohr, there was a scientist known as Niels. He said that the atom is actually there are some certain energy levels on the energy level concept. So currently we are accepting the electron cloud model or the quantum. So these are the things actually we have to discuss. Simply story of electron, story of proton, story of neutron, atomic number, mass number, isotopes, electromagnetic radiations, hydrogen emission spectrum, electron configuration, quantum numbers, ionization energy, right? So don't confuse, don't worry, everything is easy, right? Little by little, I will teach you what are the things we have to discuss, right? So under the atomic structure, what we are going to discuss is about the basic fundamental things about the, right? And here comes the second unit. Remember, students, the second unit is actually structure and bonding. Structure and bonding. So this is our second unit. Second unit is also coming under the general chemistry, JC. So what do you think? Under the structure and bonding, what you are going to discuss? So what do you expect? What kind of things you expect in the unit number 2? Tell me. Put your answers in the chat box. What kind of things that we are going to discuss under the unit number 2? Yeah. Very good, very good. Yes. So as we are going to discuss about the chemical bonds. Right. Under the unit number 2, what we are going to discuss is chemical bonds. Simply chemical bonds. Now, you know that you may have learned these things in your O-level time. Water molecule, H2O. So H2O, how the water molecule? What is the structure of the water molecule? So there was a scientist known as Gilbert Lewis. Actually, he gave a simple idea. This is actually known as dot line structure for water molecule, H2O. And then ammonia, NH3. So nitrogen is actually surrounded with 3 hydrogen atoms. So here there is a lone pair, right? So carbon dioxide. We are going to draw the Lewis structures. Huh? This is the Lewis structure for carbon dioxide, CO2. So not only molecules, some polyatomic anions also, they are sulfate, SO4 2-. Look at this one. So here oxygens are connected to the sulfur atom in double bonds. Here oxygen atoms are connected through single bonds in this way, right? H2O, ammonia, carbon dioxide, sulfate. So these kind of things. So these are actually what? Lewis structures. These are chemical bonds. So we are going to discuss about structure and the bond. Right? Tell me what are the chemical bonds type you know. Right? Tell me what are the chemical bonds type you know. You know. Yeah, we can say that ionic bonds. Then, yes, we can say covalent bonds. Then we have dative covalent bonds. Right? Then we have what? Metallic bonds. Okay. Right? So these are the bonding types we are learning. Addition to these things, we are going to learn about polarizability, polarizing power. So those kind of things. So electronegativity, a concept known as hybridization. So those kind of very interesting topics are there under the structure and bonding. So I can't explain the complete unit what we have discussed there, but I'm giving you briefly an idea about what are the things you have to learn under then each and every topic, right? So this is what we have to learn under the structure and bonding, the second unit, right? So here comes the third unit. So the third unit is actually chemical calculations, right? Chemical calculations, right? One of the very, very important topics that we have to discuss. So chemical calculations are also coming under general chemistry, JC. But remember students, I told you before, in our subject actually we have two types of things. We don't have completely theory. Again, අපිට 100%ක්ම theory නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ අපේ subject එකේ. Can you understand? So we have just imagine 50% of theory and 50% of calculations. So that percent value can be changed, but almost similar one, almost similar, right? So chemical calculations, where we are starting the calculations in chemistry. So you have already done calculations in chemistry, right? In all time, can you remember? You deal with the number of moles, molar mass, mass, relative atomic mass, relative molecular mass, concentration, right? So what is the equation for concentration? Can you remember? Right? What is the concentration equation? You know it. Tell me. Tell me, my students. What is the equation for the concentration? Yes. C equal N over V. So this kind of a, remember exactly the same equation is using in our A-level. Can you understand? So that's why I told you, we are starting from the beginning. You don't have to worry. Now, some of you may have a doubt like, sir, whether I can start chemistry here properly, because I didn't get the ideas I learned in O-level time properly. So therefore, I want to learn chemistry from the beginning. Nothing to worry. You don't have to worry. Students, in the chemical calculations, I'm going to teach you from the very first simple calculation that you did in O-level time, right? Under this general chemistry, I'm going to teach you what is the periodic table, what are the elements in the periodic table, right? And we are going to write down the names of chemical compounds. Yeah. So we are going to learn from the simple things, to hard things. I want to tell you that hard things are there. Now, when you go for a past paper chemical calculation question, remember past paper chemical calculation questions are very hard. It's not easy. In order to do chemical calculation past paper questions, you should learn the theories properly and you have to do a lot of calculations. Can you understand? So now these days, actually, we are conducting chemical calculations and structure and bonding past paper sessions for the 25 batch and 26 batch. Right? So in my YouTube channel, you can see there, I have uploaded some sessions. Right? So we are conducting some past paper discussion. Any student must do past paper. Finally, I'll tell you under our work plan. Under our work plan, I'll tell you what are the things you have to do. Doing past papers it's compulsory. It's a must. So if you can buy a past paper book, please buy it now. It doesn't matter. Right? So this is the past paper book I recommend for all of you. Right? So this is actually published by Sadeepa Bookshop. I don't know whether you live in Colombo or not. If you are living in Colombo, actually, you can go for the Boralla Sadeepa Bookshop and you can buy that one. Otherwise, you can check in the bookshop in your area, in your province, in your district, and check whether you can buy this past paper book. This is the highly recommended past paper book, because here actually we have a proper marking scheme. So you can refer that. English medium chemistry past paper book. If you can't buy this book, remember, you can find out the original papers and marking schemes in the website, right? So if you search those things in Google, actually, you can find it. And I have some links also. You can have some studying materials like term test papers, past papers, explanations, right? Short notes. Likewise, I will send those links later. Okay. So you have to do the past papers as well. So after doing past papers only, you can fix these calculation issues. If you have any calculation issues, you can fix them after them. So we categorize these 3 units under the general chemistry. Keep that in your mind. So if this is a calculation, this one should come under the physical chemistry, because you told that physical chemistry actually means what? This one. Reviews of selected 2023 MCQs. Okay. This is the book, students. If you can buy this one, please buy that one. One more thing, you can order this one from online as well. I can't remember the website. I think Kuppia store කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. මම දන්න තරමින් Kuppia store කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. So Kuppia store හරි නැත්නම් school paper bank එක කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකත් පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. So search these things. Definitely you will find these things. Okay, in the nearest bookshop. Right. So remember, chemical calculations, why this is coming under general chemistry. I told you that physical chemistry units are unit number 4, 5, 11, 12, 13. In order to do those calculations in these physical chemistry 5 units, the foundation, the basement is actually put in here. Chemical calculations. All right. Mark my words. If you are done with chemical calculation, that means if you don't do chemical calculations properly, remember, you have to face a lot of troubles in the exam. හරියටම කරන්න ඕන lesson එකක් තමයි chemical calculations. මුල ඉඳලම අපි පන්ති ඇතුලේ ගොඩක් calculations කරනවා. Right? So when we are doing chemical calculation, at that time, probably I will be starting our paper class also. Right? So this, remember, no one is doing a paper class, online paper class for English medium chemistry students like me. The reason why I'm telling this one is, we are sending a paper book for the students before we start the paper class. So you have to come to the class with the paper book, and we are discussing all the questions in the paper. Because some of the teachers actually, they are giving the papers and they are giving the marking scheme or something like that, and they are not discussing the papers. But I'm not like that. I have discussed all the questions with you until you prepare for the battle. The battle means until you get ready for writing paper by yourself. Until that, I'm with you, I'm guiding you. Until that moment, we are doing the papers in the class. Now for the 25 batch, we have completed 7 paper books. For the 26 batch, actually, we started the second paper book. So probably they will start third paper book in the next month. And your 2025 batch students, they are starting paper book number 8 in the next month. No, probably in this one. So my target is, before they go for the exam, actually, I want to complete 10 paper books and 10 model papers, exam target papers. Right, I'll discuss those things under the work plan. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, these are the lessons that we have to discuss under the general. Okay. Normally, we consider that these 3 units is the first term test. Most of the time in your school, they will conduct the first term test. So the first term test is actually from these 3 units. Got it? Right. Then what is the unit number 4? Unit number 4 is actually gaseous state of matter. What is it? Gaseous state of matter. So gaseous state of matter is coming under the physical chemistry. So this is the first physical chemistry lesson that we are learning officially after the completion of general chemistry. And the next one is energetics. Energetics also coming under the physical chemistry. Remember, students, gaseous state of matter, we are going to learn about gas laws. Have you heard about this equation, P equal nRT? Anyone? Please tell me, anyone here have heard about this equation, P equal nRT? Oh. Somewhere. No. Yeah. You have heard of it, right? Yeah, PV current RT. So remember, this is actually known as ideal gas equation, right? So remember, students, we can define any kind of a gas using four states of matter, four states. One is pressure that created by gas, and the next one is volume. T is absolute temperature, which is measured in Kelvin, and this is universal gas constant, and this is actually number of moles, amount. That means we can define any kind of a gas using four states: volume, amount, absolute temperature, pressure. Right? So after that, we are going to learn about some gas laws as well. Yeah, very good. So who's that? Idula Sas. Yeah, we are applying Van der Waals equation for the real gas as well. Real gases as well. Very good. Right? So we have ideal gases, real gases. We are going to learn gas laws, Boyle law, Charles law, Avogadro law, combined gas, Dalton's law of partial pressure. Right? So you don't have to worry about these things. මේවට බය වෙන්න එපා. මම මේ එක දිගට කියාගෙන යන ඒවාට බය වෙන්න එපා. මේවා අපි හිමීට හිමීට පන්ති ඇතුලේ කතා කරමු. We are going to discuss these things one by one in the class. So today I want to share everything that we have to, what are the things we have to discuss. I have to expose you what is the reality. නිකන් අද නිකන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ බබා කරලා මට යවන්න බෑ. Right? So now you people are doing A-level chemistry, right? So you have to understand the depth. You have to understand the huge content. What are the things you have to learn? So this is actually a serious game, okay? A serious game you have to play smoothly, right? So if you know how to handle everything smoothly with the patience, remember you are the one, right? Remember. So that's kind of a life advice. Gaseous state of matter, energetics, right? So this is actually gases. So what does mean by energetics? At the beginning, I told you that the relationship between the matter and the energy, exothermic reactions, endothermic reactions, some of the reactions are releasing energy, some of the reactions are absorbing the energy. So like kind, energy related of the matter, right? Here we are representing another new term, very interesting term, which is known as enthalpy. Have you heard about this term before? Enthalpy. Do you know this one? Enthalpy. Enthalpy is something energy which is measured under the constant pressure, right? So the energy related to the chemical reaction, we are discussing that one as enthalpy. So there are so many enthalpies: formation enthalpy, combustion enthalpy, sublimation enthalpy, atomization enthalpy, austenization enthalpy, vaporization enthalpy, solvation, so many enthalpies are there, so many things. Yeah, right. So that is also very interesting. We have to draw cycles: Born-Haber cycle, thermochemical cycle, right? So those kind of things are there to discuss under the techniques, right? That's also very interesting. And remember, these 4 units are very easy, right? Maybe a game of 10. Nothing to worry. Actually, when we compare the content between the second, third, even with the first 3 units, actually these 2 units are very easy. Actually, these 3 units are content-wise very big. You see, so you will ask me, sir, when we are going to finish atomic structure? So when we are going to finish chemical calculations? When we are going to finish structure and bonding? Definitely you are going to ask that from me. Every year that happens. Because we are not skipping things. We are going to discuss all the theories. ළමයි ඔයගලන්ට මගේ explanation පොඩක් ගිහලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. පොඩ YouTube channel එකට ගිහලා බලන්න, right? Sandeep Prasad Chemistry. You type that one in YouTube channel. And you can see what I have done and how is my teaching and everything in the YouTube channel. Because I believe that normally I explain well. Yeah, there are so many teachers explaining everything well, but I believe, I know myself, I'm also explaining well. So therefore, nothing to worry. Whatever your level is, you can understand what I'm teaching you here under this subject, right? So I guarantee that. Energetics is the unit number 5. So what is the next unit? So the next unit is actually chemistry of S, P and D block elements. Remember students, we are categorizing the periodic table in block wise. We have S block, We have P block, D block, and F block. We are not going to discuss F block. F block is actually discussed under the, yeah, actually in university also we are not discussing that much, but yeah, in further studies actually we are learning about F block elements. So mainly we are discussing about S block, P block, and in the D block we are going to discuss about 10 elements. Can you remember I told you that some elements: scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. That's right. We have only 10. So we are going to discuss about only 10 elements under the D block. Easy. Easy, right? But many students are making this one very hard. Why? What is the reason? Why this lesson become very hard? Because you people are trying to study this one hard as much as possible. You can put your maximum effort. Remember, you know that you have to work hard. That's correct. At the same time, you have to work very smartly. Right? Use this one also. Okay. So if you can control this one and this one, so you are a genius. So remember, students, you can't. We know that when we study something by heart, 1 day, 2 day, you can remember those things. So what will happen in the very next day? You are easily forgetting these things. Within 1 week, what will happen? Nothing. You can't remember anything. Again, you have to study. So how we can put the things in the permanent memory? What is the method? What is the method you are suggesting? Yes, we have a method. If you want to, I'm talking about my subject, right? I'm talking about chemistry. I don't know about the others. So you can ask from those teachers. So what you have to do for that relevant subject. So when I come to my subject, chemistry, if you want to put the things to your permanent memory, remember, students, the first thing that you have to do is you have to learn the theories properly from a teacher who is teaching properly, not partially. Yeah? So you have to learn theories properly. And you have to learn applications. Theory applications means questions. You have to learn the questions. When you are doing questions, you have to start from the past papers. Past papers. Then in the paper class, we are discussing model papers, school term test papers, provincial papers, right? So any other model paper that related to the A-level syllabus chemistry, so you have to continuously do the papers. I tell you the secret of getting A, right? What is the secret of getting A? Doing papers, right? For the 25 and 26 physical batch students, I told them to bring one paper at least per week every day, because in the online class I can't collect them, but you have to try those things, right? In the physical class, I'm telling them to bring every week one paper, right? Now you may wonder that some people are getting 3 A's easily, A for chemistry easily. How? Some teachers are showing their results. How? Right? So teachers are actually not showing the results. So teachers have just guided. Students only have the results. So how they get the results? Remember, the secret is doing papers. Continuously you have to do the papers. සමහර ළමයි ඉන්නවා පණ දාගෙන papers කරනවා. හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ theory ඉගෙන ගන්නවා පොඩ්ඩක්. Right? They are learning theories a little. They are learning properly and they do a lot of papers. So doing papers is the secret. So how we can find the papers? Only past papers. Students, if you want to find things, you will find. You find. Telegram groups are there. WhatsApp channels are there. WhatsApp groups are there. Join for those groups. I will send some links for some materials I have, some school term test papers and everything. I will share those things with you, and you can share those things with your friends. You can ask papers from your friends also, right? So normally in our paper class, I'm doing Royal College, Anand and Anand Devi, Vishaka, and FWC papers. FWC papers means North Provincial papers, fieldworks and Tondebanaru papers. And then I'm taking provincial papers, Northwestern Province, Western Province. So likewise, so we are discussing those questions in our paper class, right? For an example, look at this one, students. Now I have collected some papers for you. Okay? Can you see? Grade 12 first term test. So these are the papers I have. So I'm including, so these are actually school papers, school term test papers. I'm collecting them from my students and I can buy these things also. So therefore, I'm discussing these things, right? And this is grade 12, third term test. Can you understand? Right? So you have to do the papers. Papers First of all, you have to start from the past papers. Whatever you learn, if you don't know how to apply the theories in questions, how you can get A, how you can go for a good result. Can you understand what I'm saying? So first of all, put that in your mind up. So that's a very, very, very important thing. So that is the secret of getting A. Nothing else. That means you can get 3 A's. Right. So finally, I'm telling you that what are the qualities you have to collect in order to get 3 A's. Right. So you have to work hard and you have to find out these things and you have to do papers continuously. Highlight that term continuously, right? I'll discuss that term. So chemistry of SPD block elements. So this is actually coming under what? What is the branch I told you? So this is actually inorganic chemistry, right? So this is the inorganic chemistry lesson that we have. And we have some practical part also, which is known as qualitative analysis. So can you please mute your microphones? Can you please mute your microphones? So there is a disturbance for others neither. So don't unmute that one, okay? Right. Only I'm speaking here, right? So no one can unmute microphones. If you have any doubts, put your doubts in the chat box. Right? Right, okay. Now, listen to this one. Come back to the topic. So chemistry of SPD block elements. So this is the inorganic chemistry, unit number 6. Then students, from unit number 1 to unit number 6, you have to prepare for the second term test, right? So these 3 units are added for the second term test, and these 3 units are also coming, right? Second term test in grade 12, right? And here comes the next one, unit number 7, right? So what is unit number 7? What is unit number 7? So unit number 7 is actually basic concepts of organic chemistry. Basic concepts of organic chemistry. So I told you that alkanes, right? Hydrocarbons, those kind of things that we are discussing under the organic chemistry. Remember, students, organic chemistry means carbon containing compound. Carbon and hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen is also there. Mainly carbon containing compounds. Why carbon is so special? We are going to discuss that one under this topic. Basic concepts of what? Organic chemistry. Right? So look at the next one, number 8. Right? So the number 8 is actually hydrocarbons and halohydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons and halohydrocarbons. Right? So this is also coming under organic chemistry, and this is also organic chemistry, OC. OC means organic chemistry. Under the hydrocarbons, we are discussing about alkane, alkene, alkyne. What is that? Alkane, alkene, alkyne. If there is a carbon-carbon single bond, we can say that alkane. Carbon-carbon double bond, alkene. Carbon-carbon triple bond, alkyne. Tell me you didn't learn this one in all of them. At least you have learned alkane, alkene. Am I right? In all time you learn those things. Alkane, alkene, alkyne. Didn't you? You learned, right? So these are what? Hydrocarbons. So actually, hydrogens are connected to these carbon atoms here in this, right? So we are going to discuss about the chemical reactions, right, in organic chemistry. So very interesting thing is the organic conversions, organic reactions, organic conversions. So you go and see, will in my YouTube channel, I have done some sessions, free sessions are there, organic reaction sessions. So very interesting, huh? So you can start to learn from now, doesn't matter, right? If you are interested. So this is organic chemistry. You did number 7, 8. Right? Then what is unit number 9? 9 and 10 also organic chemistry. Unit number 9 is actually oxygen containing organic compounds. Oxygen containing organic compounds. Right? Unit number 10 is nitrogen containing organic compounds. Right? So as remember, these two lessons are also coming under organic chemistry. So oxygen containing organic compounds. For an example, you just look at this one. If I consider, now you all know this one, right? You have learned this one. Tell me. So this is actually oxygen containing organic compounds that all of you know. What is the name of this compound? CH3CH2OH. What is the name of the compound? Yes. No, it's not ethane. Indula, no. Acidic acid. It's not acidic acid. Come again, try again. Yes. No, but that's good try. What is this compound? Ah, yes. Indula sahasya. What is it? Alcohol, a type of alcohol that is known as ethanol. Ethanol, ethyl alcohol. Yes. Remember, stress, this is known as ethanol. Right? Ethyl alcohol, methyl alcohol, ethanol, methanol, propanol, butanol, pentanol, hexanol. So these are what? Oxygen containing organic compounds. Carbon, hydrogen, addition to carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is also there. Right? So acetic acid, now you told me acetic acid. Acetic acid, those oxygen containing organic compounds. Right? So there is a compound known as an ester, CH3, C double bond O, in this way. Ester කියලා. So esters are actually very, they are having some kind of a pleasant smells. Normally esters are used to make perfumes. Most of the perfumes are made by adding these esters. So they have some kind of a characteristic good smell, very pleasant smell. Right? So we are going to discuss about alcohols, ketones, aldehyde, carboxylic acid. So when I say the name, you don't know anything, but remember these are the things we have to learn. Oxygen containing one. Then nitrogen containing compound means carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen is also there. Right? For an example, we are going to learn a compound like this. So this is known as methylamine, NH2, CH3NH2. This is known as methylamine. What is the name? Methylamine. Amines are there. Amines, cyanide compounds, diazonium salts, imines, right? So likewise, nitrogen containing organic compounds are there. So that is what nitrogen containing organic compounds. So these two lessons are also OC. Right? OC. Then here, up to here, what we have? Up to here we have. So normally they will separate these things from here, but we can say that these 2 units and these 2 units. Up to here we can say that third term test. So this can be changed from school to school, but I'm giving you a small idea about these things. Okay, at least after the grade 12 third term test, we have to complete 8 units. Right, so this can be changed from school to school, how they are doing the lessons in your school. Then look at the next one. So the next one is actually unit number 11. Unit number 11 is chemical kinetics. So kinetics means kinetic energy. So we are discussing about the kinetics in physics now, right? Kinetic energy, half mv square. What is this chemical kinetics? So chemical kinetics means, students, actually the speed of the reactions. Under this unit number 11, what we are going to discuss about the speed of reactions, rate of reactions. Can you understand? What are the factors affecting to the rate of a reaction? Temperature, concentration, physical nature, solvent, so light effect. So likewise, there are some properties too. So there are some factors affecting to the rate of reaction. So here we are discussing about the speed of chemical reactions. There is a rate law. We are learning a rate law. And there also we have to do calculations, right? So chemical kinetics is coming under PC, physical chemistry. Right. Now, this is the next one. Very, very dangerous guy. Chemical equilibrium. Remember, this is the hardest physical chemistry part that many students say. But remember, in our class, you don't have to worry about it. Maybe I don't know. Since I have done maths, chemical equilibrium is nothing for me. And I don't have a specific interest on that one also. I told you that my favorite part is actually organic chemistry. Actually, a teacher should not have that kind of favorite things in a subject because he's teaching a subject in for students. He has to teach everything properly. But yeah, I'm also teaching properly. But personally, if I am a student like you, my favorite is organic chemistry. No doubt about it. So we don't know what will happen to you. Let's see, right? So definitely remember, first unit won't be your favorite unit because in the first unit actually, so many things to learn. For definitely, I'm very sure that first unit won't be the favorite unit for you. Okay, very sure. Maybe at the beginning, from the way that I'm teaching you, you might get interested in the subject. You might get interested in the first unit, but later you will change your mind. Okay, so these are some experiences I'm telling you with past students. So chemical equilibrium is the unit number 12. So this is also coming under physical chemistry. Remember, many students are saying that this is very difficult, but if you have done enough calculations properly, this lesson is very easy, right? I'll give you a small idea about this equilibrium. This is not the overall idea, but so look at this only. Remember, students, some of the reactions are there. Sulfur dioxide is reacting with oxygen to produce sulfur trioxide. In order to balance the reaction, we can put 2 here and 2 here as well. Sulfur dioxide is reacting with oxygen to produce sulfur trioxide. Got it? So this is the reaction. This is actually irreversible reaction. Irreversible. Remember, students, if I change the arrow in this way, double-headed arrow in this way, so this becomes reversible reaction. What does mean by a reversible reaction? Again, reverse right? We know that if you take a car, so we can go for so we put the gear and we can go for the forward, front, and we change the gear and we can go for the back. right? So in this reaction also, a forward reaction, right? A forward reaction is feasible while a backward reaction is also feasible. F means forward, B means backward. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ reaction එක ඉස්සරහටත් වෙනවා පිටිපස්සටත් වෙනවා. Right? So that's a reversible reaction. So we are going to discuss about some reversible reaction. And remember, all the reversible reactions are not equilibrium reactions. Equilibrium is a concept, students. It's a concept. Right? So we tell that a dynamic equilibrium. When, look at this one. So there is a small connection between unit number 11 and 12. When the speed of the forward reaction equals to the, right? Listen to this one very carefully. What I'm saying, when the speed of the forward reaction equals to the speed of the backward reaction, then we say that the reaction is in the dynamic equilibrium. So therefore, definitely that reaction should be what? Reversible. So it is a, if it is an irreversible reaction, remember, they cannot obtain, that reaction cannot obtain what? An equilibrium. Can you understand what I'm saying? So equilibrium is a concept, right? I'll tell you again, understand, may lazy, right? These things are very easy. If the speed of the forward reaction equals to the speed of the backward reaction, we can say that the reaction is in the dynamic equilibrium. That's a concept. So we are going to do some calculations related to these things. Now don't ask me what are the calculations. We have Kp, Kc, we have solubility product, Ksp, right? And we have vapor liquid equilibrium. We have ionic equilibrium. Oh my God, ionic equilibrium. Ionic equilibrium is very interesting, right? So very interesting. If you are doing combined maths, I don't know. So you can eat the calculations, right? So you have to do pH calculations, right? You are going to find out titration calculations, something very interesting, right? Right? So that is the equilibrium concept. Try to understand. So this is a small part of the lesson. Under that equilibrium, actually, we have several types. Chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium is also there, and the phase equilibrium is also there. So likewise, we are going to discuss about equilibrium, right? Now, so the next thing, next topic, what is it? Number 13. Number 13 is electrochemistry. Okay, you have learned about electrochemistry before. Neither. Students, you have learned about electrochemistry. So electrochemistry is actually something that related to the electricity, that means electrical energy and the chemical energy. You can remember that you have learned about electrochemical cells and electrolyte cells. Can you remember? So you learn a reaction, a cell type like this. We have a battery and we have connected two electrodes in this way, and we dip these two electrodes in a solution like this. So this battery is giving the energy. So then what will happen? This electrical energy is converted into a chemical energy, right? Just imagine this is a zinc and this is copper. Can you remember this is known as anode, this is known as cathode, right? So positive terminal of the battery is connected to the zinc port where the zinc is anode, right? So negative terminal of the battery is connected to the copper rod, which is known as cathode, right? So this is actually electrolyte cell. And then we know that, so there is another reaction, another cell type, that two electrodes are there and we are giving, so a chemical reaction is taking place automatically in the system. So we connect these two rods by a wire and we can connect a bulb to that one. So since it is actually producing an electricity, that bulb will glow for a small time period. So that is actually the conversion between chemical energy to the electrical energy. Tell me, students, you haven't learned these things before in your O level? Haven't you learned these things? You learn, right? You learn those things. Yeah. So we are going to discuss these things in detail under this one. Can you understand what I'm saying? So therefore, that means, see, again, we are coming to the O level. We are starting from O level and we are extending, we are adding few things and we are going to learn up to the depth of lesson, right? Okay, so that is also very interesting and very easy unit that we discuss. And when I'm doing this lesson for the unit 2025 batch, I will inform you. You also can join that one, right? Because some of the lessons are there actually you can easily understand, right? So those things are very easy. So electrochemistry is physical. So here I didn't tell you that chemical kinetics and here actually I can take part 1 and part 2. So chemical kinetics and part 1 up to part 1, grade 13. So grade 13 first term test. Right? So part 2 is actually second term test. Chemical equilibrium is actually the largest unit that we have in a syllabus, right? Right. Now let me go to our last unit, number 14. So the last unit is actually industrial chemistry and environmental pollution. I hope this is the most important lesson in our syllabus, right? I want to thank everyone who made this resource book syllabus, who involved this lesson in the syllabus. Because you know that currently this world is running through the technology, right? So in these days, actually a viral term is going there, technology. So this is actually what a technology world, right? So there are so many industries, right? Remember, there are so many industrial waste. What the industrial waste can? Industrial waste again. Remember, students, if they are making a product in an industry, always there will be some waste, upadram, right? Unnecessary things will be there, and we are going to put those things to the environment for the natural resources, for a river, right? For a fountain. So we are going to pollute environment. So that's why they have included a lesson like industrial chemistry and environmental pollution, right? Sorry, I'll mention you like this. Now under that carrier parts, I told you that there are some carrier parts actually related to this one also. Environmental policy makers, right? Environmental policy makers. You know that actually how the environment is changed, right? Students, ask from your parents how the environment has changed, right? What was the environment in their childhood and what is the environment in nowadays, right? This environment is really bad, right? Climate is really bad. Now these days are very hot neighbor, right? Sometimes we can't go out. So when it morning 11, 12, evening, afternoon 12, after 12, can't go out until the evening. So climate change, right? So what are the ways of polluting environment, right? We are discussing water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, right? So everything under this environmental pollution and industry. Under the industrial chemistry, we are going to discuss about main 9 industries. For an example, magnesium production, sulfuric production from the Oswald method, Haber process ammonia production, right? HNO3 production, Oswald method. So likewise, industrial chemistry and what is the damage we are doing to the environment and how we can prevent the environment from those things. Very, very practical, real life, important lesson. I would say this is the most important lesson. ඉතින් මේකනේ අපේ ජීවිතේට වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. Right? Sometimes organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry won't be useful for our real life, but this is very useful. Right? Industrial chemistry, if you want to, now just imagine if you are become an entrepreneur and you want to go for an industry and you want to start a big company, right? So you are just imagine you are making fertilizers, right? So then you have to deal with chemistry definitely. So then you have to manage everything. So how you can build your industry, your everything, by doing a minimum damage to the environment. So we are going to discuss about those things: environmental pollution and industry. Remember, students, what we learn everywhere should be applied somewhere. හරි? ඔයගලන්ටත් කෙමිස්ට්‍රි එකවල ඉගෙන ගත්ත දේවල් අනිවාර්යෙන් පාවිච්චි කරන දවසක් එයි. හරි? Don't limit to the books. Definitely one day, everything you learn in this 2 years and 3 months will be helpful for you one day. Right? Actually, now this is the next topic. Now we are done with that one, right? So this is our A-level syllabus we have. So my small request is there, remember students, don't limit yourself, right? You are more capable than what you think about yourself, definitely. Remember, you don't compare yourself with the others, right? A small advice from me. There may be so many talented, very sophisticated, many people can be there, but don't underestimate yourself. You are worth, right? You are worth of doing something very important. Try to understand. So therefore, don't limit yourself. So try to do new thing. Okay. I'm encouraging my students. So do something new. Maybe I won't be able to do that one. One day, hopefully, yes. I'm also trying to do something new. So sometimes this life is very boring, right? I want to do something new, very interesting, but I don't know sometimes how to start that. But most of you will have very good ideas, right? So our new generation, you people, you students are very sophisticated, very intelligent, right? No doubt about it, very intelligent. Whoever say anything about you, but remember, you people are very, so you may have so many ideas, execute them. So you have to learn these subjects well. At least go for the university, will thereafter you know what to do, right? So remember, students, this is our syllabus. This is what we have to learn in our syllabus, right? Right. Now, so then we are done with our fourth topic, I guess. Now I will quickly move to the next topic. A-level paper. So our A-level paper is containing two parts: paper 1, paper 2, right? Remember, students, paper 1 is MCQ. Paper 2 is actually structured essay and essay, right? Paper 1 is MCQ and paper 2 is structured essay and essay questions. In MCQ paper, remember, there are 5 options in each and every MCQ, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In all over time, how many options you had? 4, right? If I am correct. Is that 4 options in O-level time? In A-level paper, remember, you have 5 options. You have to choose, right? Remember, students, you are given 50 marks for the MCQ paper. So 1 to 30, the question pattern is actually they will give you a question and you have to choose the correct option. And question number 31 to question number 40, they are giving some statements. You have to find out the correct statement and then you have to go for the relevant option. So in the past paper tutorial, in the first page, I have given you instructions, right? So I have uploaded the PDF also to the WhatsApp group. So therefore refer that one after the class. So they are giving some statements and you have to choose relevant option by following those constructions, instructions that they have given. So 31 to 40, then we have 41 to 50, another question type. So that's also what statement type of questions. So they will give you 2 statements and you have to check the. I'm not going to discuss about in detail. So we will be discussing these things when we are doing the questions, right? So anyhow, in the MCQ paper, remember students, you will have 50 MCQs. So you can directly collect half of the paper, half of your full marks from the MCQ. If someone asks me, a student asks me that, so what is the easiest way to get A for chemistry? I would say do MCQs properly. If you can score 45, 47 MCQs out of 50, you can show about your A. MCQ is the easiest way to go for the capital, right? But remember, you have to do a lot of MCQs. Before I go for the exam, I think my MCQ marks for 44 out of 50. So in order to get that 44, I did past paper book 5 times. All the past papers within half time. Normally for the MCQ paper, they are giving 2 hours, right? In order to do this paper within 2 hours, you have to practice past papers by keeping the time 1 hour. I will teach you those things in the paper class, what you have to do. So that's a separate thing. Huh? Learning theories are not equal to answering questions. Answering questions, doing papers is a different art, a different pattern you have to practice. Eka venama kalawa. Got it? So I will teach you those things under the term. Then when we go for the part 2, structured essay and essay questions. Remember, you have structured essay paper. In the structured essay questions, remember you have 4 questions, students. First question is from general chemistry. Second one is inorganic chemistry. Third one, physical chemistry. Fourth one is organic chemistry. So remember for each and every question, you will be given 100 marks. 100 marks. So our total marks is 100. Now here we have 400. Wait. Then we go for the essay paper. In the essay paper, so this is question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 5. In the essay paper, so this is structured essay is actually part A. In the essay paper, actually, there are 2 parts, part B. In the part B, there are 2 questions. No, 3 questions are there. First question is physical chemistry. Second one is also physical chemistry. Third one is physical chemistry and inorganic chemistry. Part C also containing 3 questions. So one is organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and chemical calculations. Final one is industrial and environmental chemistry. So as you have to do these 4 questions, that's a must. In part B, remember you have options. Out of 3 questions, you have to do 2 questions. Out of 3 questions, you have to do 2 questions from part B, from part C, another 2 questions. Just imagine I'm choosing first 2 questions from each part. And do you know how much marks carried by each and every essay question? 150, 150, 150, 150. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tell me What is the total mark that you can obtain from this essay paper? What is it? 150, 150 is 300. 450. 600. 700. 800. 900. 1000. 1000. For the essay paper, 1000. Tell me, students, what is easy for you? Getting 1000 marks for the essay paper or 50 marks for the MCQ paper? මොකක්ද ලේසි? මේ 1000 ගන්න එකද ලේසි? එන කට්ටක් කාලා 1000ක් ලියලා 1000ක් ගන්න ඕනේ. Otherwise 50 MCQs. So this is easier. Can you understand? Be tricky. Be tricky. MCQ is actually a good way to go for capital A easily. Right? But anyhow, you have to do essay papers as well. Right? Definitely you can't ignore these things, because if you want to collect full marks, if you want to go for 80, 85 A, then definitely you have to do the essay paper as well properly. So remember, they are giving 1000 marks for the essay paper. So then they are going to round off this one for the 50. That means your 1000 marks will be divided by 20. Then you will get 50. Then 50 plus 50. They will count your final result. Just imagine you got 45 MCQs correctly in the MCQ paper. Then in the essay, in order to go for capital A, remember students, A is actually 75, right? B is 65. So A and B. I'm not going to discuss about other things because those things are not relevant to us either. Right? A is 75, B is 65. So in order to get A, how much you need more? You need 30, right? Out of 50, you need 30. So out of 50, 30 means out of 1000, how much? Out of 1000, how much? You are going to multiply this one by 20, right? 20, 20. So then 600. So that's why I told you, if you have done MCQ paper well, so 600 out of 1000 is not that much of a good mark, right? But if you, since you have done the MCQ paper well, even after you getting an average marks for essay paper, you can go for capital A. But I'm telling you that do your maximum in the essay paper as well. Don't worry. We are going to discuss the essay papers as well. Right? So this is our A-level paper structure. So let's discuss in detail how the questions are coming 31 to 40, 41 to 50 in the future upcoming sessions. Got it? Right. Now, so the next important thing. Number 60. So what are the qualities? Your target is this one. What are the qualities you should have? What kind of qualities that you have? You should have. Remember, students, without a goal, you can't do anything. First of all, fix a target, and then you can enter for the game. Right? You should have a goal. So without a goal, you are nothing. You are nothing. So first of all, in the very first day, I'm suggesting you to fix a target, and then let's start. And the next thing is actually, remember, also note down that one, because these things are very important for me as well, right? Not only for you. The next one is actually consistency. Now, after fixing a goal, you are working for that one. And remember, you should have a consistency. You are working one day, and in the second day you are not working, right? 1 week is resting, right? So you are not working anything, you are not doing anything, you're not studying. So we can't go this journey. You can't go for capital A, you can't go for 3 years in that way. In case, just imagine some you got some troubles and you couldn't do the work properly. Yeah, that's okay, fine, you have some excuses. But remember, soon after you recover again, you have to wake up and do. Consistency is very important, right? Remember, students, if you want to learn about the consistency, learn about cricketers. Kumara Sangakkara, perfect example for the consistency. Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is someone lose consistency, and again he built himself in a different level. Learn about cricketers, learn about football players, right? So you can learn the consistency from them. How important the consistency is. Same consistency is important for your A-level exam as well. Can you understand what I'm saying? So therefore, keep that in your mind. That's very, very important. The next point is actually consistency. Right? And the third one is so I would say discipline, but look at this one. I want to add something like this. Discipline over motivation. Right? Motivation is not actually, motivation is needed. Yeah. So that's some kind of a temporary thing. I can motivate you, right, for the next few hours, or else for the next day. That's all I can do. But remember, if you have a discipline, discipline means when you are doing something, if you are studying, you should have a discipline, right? For an example, you are starting from tomorrow, you are starting to study for your LL exam. You are working 1 hour, you are starting from 1 hour. In the second day, you are starting, you are doing 2 hours. And in the whole week, you are continuing 2 hours, right? So this is the way that you spend the first week. Go for the second week. Second week, you are starting from 2 hours and you increase 1 hour more, 3 hours. And you are continuing that whole week by doing 3 hours. So little by little, you are increasing and you make the discipline in yourself. වැඩක් කරනකොට discipline එකක් තියෙනවා. Right? Discipline means you have to work, you have to do that work properly. ඒක හරියට කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒක හරියට ඉවර කරන්න ඕනේ. You have to start it properly. At the middle, you can't drop that one. You can't leave there. You have to continually work that one for that one. And then you have to finish it. That discipline should be there. And you have to look at your progress. හරි ඔයගලන්ගේ progress එක මෙහෙම එකපාරට ඩෝන් ගාලා ඉන්නේ හරි like an exponential graph. So your progress is actually, so at the beginning it's like this, me no progress, but little by little it's increasing, me right? මෙහෙම යන්න ඕනේ ඔයගලන්ගේ improvement, ඔයගලන්ගේ development. Can you understand? So within one day you can't go up, right? That's the way. Try to understand. And the next important thing is time management. I personally believe that there are two things actually you can't control. One is time. We people can't control. One is time. And the second thing is environment. Right? If it is raining, we can't stop that one. Can you? Can you stop that? Can't, right? Can you control the time? Can you go for your past? Can you go for your future? Now, at the moment, you think that I want to go for you want to go for your future. You want to go for your past, and you want to correct your mistakes. Can you? No. We can't control it. Right? So that means we can't take in charge of them. Right? then at least we should be able to manage that one, right? Manage means you have to adapt for that one by, you have to adapt for that situation by getting the maximum effectiveness, right? Now, if you have, just imagine you have 3-hour class, online class every day, then you have to manage that time. How I'm going to spend this 3-hour class, online class properly? How I can manage these 3 hours? How I can make my discipline? How I can keep my discipline in that class? If I have a lot of work, how I can manage those work, right? So in order to manage your time, I'm suggesting you to make a timetable, right? Every year I'm telling that you won't feel the importance of time until you go for the school. Now, within few days, I don't know when your schools are started. When your schools are started, definitely you are going to tell me that, sir, I don't have time to work. I don't have time to work. That's what you are going to say, right? When we are doing it also, we had the same complaint. So therefore, try to learn how to manage the time, right? So for that, I can give you an option: make a timetable and work for that timetable. You can't work for a timetable. You can't continue the timetable 100% correctly, but at least you can do 80%, 75%, and you can see the effectiveness. So remember, as an A-level students, remember students, these things should be there inside your soul, inside yourself. You should have a goal, a fixed goal, and you should have a consistency, right? Unwavering perseverance. So you have to continually work, continuity, consistency. And then the discipline. The discipline එක ඇතුලේ ඉවසීම කියන එකක් තියෙනවා. Inside this discipline, patience is also there. Don't expect that within 1 hour, within 2 days, 3 days, I can learn everything, right? In the last moment, I'm going to prepare for the exam. Those stories are not going to work here. So therefore, discipline. You have to build yourself little by little from the very first day. You should have a patience. What about ඉවසීමක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. නැත්තම් කොහොමත් මේක කරන්න බෑ. Time management, I told you that make a timetable. So having a timetable is very, very important, right? And the last point I'm going to discuss with you here, students, what is our work plan, right? Our work plan is very simple, but you have to follow this work plan correctly without missing anything. Remember, students, every week, Wednesday, we have the online session. Whether you attend this one lively or not, I'm going to conduct this one. And Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., we are going to conduct this online session. So whatever happens, in case if you miss the class, I'm going to put an extra session. I'm going to cover that. And remember, for each and every online session, I'm going to give you the recording of that session, right? So you will be provided the recording of that session. So each and every class, right? So soon after this introduction session also, I will give you a recording for you. So then you will watch the recording anytime. For all the classes, I'm providing the recording students. So therefore, you can watch the recording. Got it? So therefore, that is the main thing. Our theory class is conducted very well. So our 26 batch is actually a good example for that one. Every week we are doing that one. 25 also now conducting. So attend for the live classes as much as possible. In case if you can't attend, please watch the recordings. So recordings are not expiring. So you can watch the recording any times. For my students, actually recordings are available at any time. So that's the first thing. And you will be given unit tutorials. So as I mentioned, you will have unit tutorials for each and every lesson. And then past paper question book. Past paper question book is there for you all. So you can refer the past paper question book to do the questions, right? In the May months onward, right? From May onwards, I'm going to start a paper series for you that is known as Memory Booster. In this Memory Booster, we are going to discuss all the, we are going to recall the theories that we are discussed in the theory class by doing some questions. So that is known as Memory Booster, right? And after the completion of first 3 units, unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3, probably at the middle of unit number 3, I'm starting your official paper class. Everyone should attend for that one paper class. So in the paper class, we are starting paper books, right? You will be given paper book number 1. We are starting from that one, the paper class, right? So addition to these things, we are going to discuss past paper questions. You can attend for that one. And some other free sessions will be there. If I wanted to add free sessions, suddenly I'm going to send you a message to the WhatsApp group, and we are going to have some free sessions. So this is our work plan. Remember that sometimes you might feel that this is very simple, we don't have any additional things, but doing these things is actually, it's not that much easy. You just imagine, we are going to discuss 2011 to 2020. Now 2024 paper is also there. So all the MCQ questions, essay question, structured essay questions from each and every lesson is not that much easy, right? So therefore, students, we have to do these things and discussing these questions. So some good quality questions are there. In the paper class, remember, we are discussing papers from very good schools, Royal, Anand, right? Nalanda. So Visakha, Devi, right? Then FWC papers, Saira College paper, right? So likewise, we have some good papers to discuss. So we are going to discuss some good papers. So from good schools in the island, in the paper class. So paper books are made by those questions. So mainly, actually, we have to focus on doing papers soon after completion of, right? Okay. I think I continuously talk with you 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, so that was my target. So I accomplished my target correctly. Now we have remaining 15 minutes. Doesn't matter if it is 11:30 or 12, I can stay with you. Now let's see. Now I'm going to give you the chance. Now you can talk. Right? So students, what are the doubts you have? So let's quickly move to our Q&A session. What are the things that you want to know about our subject related things and our A-level exam related things? So quickly tell me, what are the doubts you have? So which university is good for chemistry? The best university of engineering is Moratuwa. So can we finish whole syllabus of advanced level within 2 months? Students, I'm going to finish your syllabus before 4 months, okay? I forgot to tell you that. In 2027, by April, I guess. And we have May, June, no. Yeah, March, end of March, we are going to complete the syllabus. April, May, June, July, in these 4 months, we are going to discuss full papers. In the theory class, in the paper class, we are going to complete completely discuss full papers. Yes, that's a good question. Is it required to go to a school? Students, that is depending on you. If you want to go for school, you can go, doesn't matter. But if you want to do an exam in private, many students are there doing the exam private. So no issues in entering universities. You can do the third choice as usual. That means do exam in first try, right? But I'm telling you that. So there are 3 attempts for the each and every student go for the university. So I think there is no issue doing private, but the only issue is actually you're not meeting with your school friends and you can't gain something from school. Doing practicals in school is actually not available for you. So those kind of small advantages, disadvantages are there. Otherwise, doing private is uh, okay. It's fine, right? No issue. So how to join WhatsApp group? Yeah, after the class. Okay, wait. Students, if you want to join for our class, please contact our class coordinators. So because Sabani Miss and Indika Miss are there for you to help to how to join for the class. And they also actually reminded me to tell for the students actually send their details properly in the Google Sheet. Otherwise, they can't make the list. That means they're only giving me the list to which students actually to send the tutorial. So therefore, please fill the Google Sheet. At least send your, if you can't fill the Google Sheet, at least send your name and address and contact them, and you can join for the WhatsApp group. So payment details and everything they will give you, right? So first of all, get registered, then only you will get the tutorials, right? So contact our class coordinators. So Miss Sanduni is there, Miss Indika is there for you, and they will guide you, they will help you to join for the class, right? So is there any problem if I do order single video? No. Yeah, I can remember that many parents contacted me that, sir, my daughter, my son is did O level in single medium and he's or she's switching to the A level English medium. It's completely all right. Huh? So actually, I'm recommending that one because once you are, if you have the English knowledge, language knowledge is actually now this is English language is very common now, right? So therefore, and many students are actually now coming from single medium to English medium also because when you go for the universities, you are learning everything from English language. So you're not learning everything from the single language. So as science people, we are learning everything. All the textbooks are available in the English medium. So therefore, it's okay to switch from single medium to English medium. That's completely all right. Highly recommended. That's a perfect decision. So what are the books? Payment actually monthly, I think 3,500. You can get the details from our class coordinators, right? So one of you asking what are the books that you have to refer? Students, for now, look at this one. These are the resource books, right? So these are the resource books that you have to buy. So if you are living in Colombo, actually, you can go for the Maharagama in NIU, National Institute of Education, Maharagama. And from their bookshop, you can buy these resource books. So I will send you the PDF of these resource books after the class. I'll send the PDF of these resource books. You can refer them. So these are the resource books that you have to refer. Okay. So you have to buy them. And the next thing is the past paper book. And there are some other additional resources also there, but they are not compulsory because everything we are discussing in the class. But if you want to buy those things, that's up to you, right? That's your wish. But these things are compulsory. So if I do classes in Colombo and write exam in Polonnaruwa, is it okay? Will there be a difference in ranks? So no, Taki, it's okay, it's fine, right? So now If you are doing in Polonnaruwa, you are doing I think your living place is Polonnaruwa. So you are coming to classes in Colombo. That's a good addition. And yeah, so it won't affect for your ranks or anything because uh, you're sitting in for the exam in Polonnaruwa district. So therefore no issue, right? So you are a student in Polonnaruwa district. So your ISET score, your everything, your result is actually belong to that district you are living in, right? Not for the Colombo. So better you take a decision to come to Colombo and then that's it, right? So otherwise you can continue our online class as well, right? Remember our online classes and other physical classes, no difference, right? So our online classes in our platform and other physical classes, no difference. We are giving everything that you have to study. You have to just wait at home, study well, come to the live classes, learn properly, right? Yeah, Takira, if you're not attending, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's why I told you. In order to get the tunes, you have to get registered. So when you get registered, you will get the tunes. Yeah, okay. That's up to you, Takira. So do you recommend teacher for A-level biology? Yeah, in our academy, Mudita sir is doing biology classes. Uh, Physics is done by Taridu sir, and combined maths is done by Praveen sir. So please contact our class coordinators. So they will guide you to which class you want to attend for, right? So if you want to join for combined maths, biology, physics, please contact our class coordinators. They will guide you. They will give you the details for relevant classes, right? In our academy, actually, all the combinations are there. Even ICT is also there. So what are the subject combinations can I do to take up marine biology? I think definitely you have to do biology and chemistry, but I don't know whether you have to do physics or not. But I will search and let you know about that one. Please send me a message after the class, right? So what are the doubts? Anything? So would you recommend doing Olympiad exams? I'm very new to it and want to know what to decide, dedicate time for it. Mm, Olympiad exams. Because I don't have any idea about, I don't know what is the connection between the Olympiad exams and our A-level exam. But if you have time, you can do Olympiad exams. But Olympiad exams and our exams are actually not interconnected. So A-level exam and the Olympiad exam something different, right? I think Olympiad exams are somewhat harder. As I know, I don't have any idea about the Olympiad exams. So, so why should do Olympiad exam? What is the reason, right? So I can't understand that one, right? So doing Olympiad exam is not affecting to our A-level exam, right? So you have to do A-level exam papers and school term papers and practice for that those things. Olympiad, no connection. Sir, how we can buy the resource book? We are not in Colombo. Yeah, don't worry. You contact Kuppia store, right? You go for the Google or you can go for the Facebook and search Kuppia store.lk. In there, that's online platform. They are selling the resource books. You can buy from there, right? And otherwise, you have to come here and buy. You have to come Colombo, Maharagama, and you have to buy them. Sometimes in the bookshops also, these resource books are available. Right? If you go for the nearest famous bookshop, you can ask from them whether you have the resource book. Sometimes they will give you, they will have the books, right? Otherwise, contact Uppias Total Case, something like that, and they are selling the books. You can get those things from the speed post or something like that. Yeah, yeah. In perfume industry, chemistry is so important. So how we should divide three subjects per week to make a timetable. uh, That depends on you, right? So now we know that there are 3 subjects, there are 7 days. Now just imagine you are not going for any classes in one day. You can separate. Now just imagine you are going to work 6 hours. So you can separate 2 hours for chemistry, 2 hours for biology or combined maths, 2 hours for physics. And remember, you can't continuously work. No? You have to give a time gap, time interval, and then you have to go for the next subject quickly and switch to the next one. So likewise, you can switch, right? So you make the timetable, and remember, when you are making the timetable, give the equal priority for all 3 subjects. My favorite subject is this one. My favorite subject is this one. Yeah. So that is inside here. But remember, don't give the priority for any subject when you're working. All 3 subjects are equally important, because in order to go for university, in order to go for medicine engineering, you need 3 A's, not 1A, 2B, not 1A, B, C like that. So you need 3 A's. Then you have to work equally. Sometimes when you feel that you are very weak in that subject, then give the somewhat important for that subject, but don't forget other subjects as well. So likewise you can make the timetable. Now just imagine you are weak in chemistry, then do 3 hours for chemistry, 2 hours biology, 2 hours physics. So likewise you can make your time. So what are the doubts? Anything else? Anything that you want to ask? Can you hear me? What are the doubts you have? Anything? So in chemistry, we learned about the derivation equations which are in chemistry resource book. In chemistry, we learned about derivative equations which are, yeah. We are discussing about the equations and their derivations, especially gas laws, equations, and everything. We are going to discuss everything. Okay? Derivation. Remember, this is the introductory seminar. I think this will be free for you all. I think first class actually, I will inform that one. Okay. So is that Jonathan, David? I will inform that one. First of all, get register will you, right? So fill the Google form and register will you. So we will give you all the updates in the WhatsApp group. So keep in touch with our WhatsApp group. So can we buy the resource books this early? Nothing to worry. If you can't buy the resource books, then why you should worry? So I will give you the PDF. You can refer the PDF, right? Until you buy the book, please refer the PDF. Okay. So therefore, nothing to worry. So how we can do the payments? Again, our class coordinators will guide you, right? So they will update everything in the WhatsApp group. So how to get the Google form after the class? We will provide you the Google form, right? So where will be your physical classes? I'm conducting physical classes in Nigambo, Nigambo TLC, and we are going to start our first class in 7th of Monday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And Master Academy Kolonnawa, tomorrow we are starting our first session tomorrow, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Master Academy Kolonnawa. And day after tomorrow, Master Academy Vellavatta branch, Colombo 6, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right? So I'm doing physical classes in Colombo as well as in Nigam. Quickly, what are the doubts? Anything before we wind up the session? So are you all clear what we learned? What are the things that I taught about this subject? All clear? So raise your hand, those who understood the things that we discussed today. So that is normally some kind of a usual term I'm using in my classes. Good, right? All good. Okay, right. Then students, let's meet on our first day of the class. Hopefully you will get the tutorials. If you get registered as soon as possible, you will get the tutorials sooner. We are going to meet in the next Wednesday night, and we are starting day 1, atomic structure day 1. So let's have a preparation for that one, small preparation for that one. So I will give you some guidance there. So do you have any doubts, anything? Nothing to fear about the subject, right? Right? If you have the correct guidance, if you have the courage to work as I said you are warmly welcome, so welcome to do the subject. Bye වෙන්න එපා subject එකට. හරි? Chemistry එපා වෙලා හිටපු කට්ටිය ගොඩක් chemistry වල කැමති වුණා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක නිකන් අර මං ගැන ලොකුවට කියනවා කියලා හිතන්න එපා. නමුත් I don't know. So that's some kind of a magic. I don't know, right? As usual, so usually how many days we are doing a lesson? Honestly, I want to tell you that in order to finish first lesson, for the last batch, I spent, I think, 17, 18 sessions, right? No, not 17, 18, maybe 12 or 13, yeah. 12 or 13 sessions. That means in order to finish the first unit, yeah, we have to spend about 2 months, 3 months per year, because that much of things are there. And I'm not going to teach you in a half way. I'm going to completely teach you everything. Whether school going in fast or not, I don't care. I want my students to learn everything properly, right? So that is my only target. I'm preparing you all for the A-level exam. That is my first priority. And the second priority is for the school term test. And I know what to do, right? So therefore, nothing to worry about that. So my parents says that future jobs are there for commerce and ICT, but I do combine maths, physics, and chemistry. I explain in many ways. What should I do? Your parents are not the ones who are doing the level exam, and this is about your future. So you have to tell your parents, this is my future, and please let me do what I wanted to do, right? Because you're not living, right? Sometimes parents might think about you. So parents might always think good about you. So listen for them. But so the most important thing is actually what you want, what you wish, what is your passion, what is your interested in. So that is the most important thing. So talk with your parents and take a decision. Anything else? Right, okay. I think time is 11:05. So this is our usual class time, right? 8 to 11. දැන් මේ විදිහට තමයි දිගටම අපේ class එක යන්නේ 8 11 වෙනකම්. This is the way. Continuously we are working, right? We are people working. We are working in the online class also. This is the way that 3 hours continuously I'm with you in front of this whiteboard, and you are joining through the Zoom. Right. Yeah. You will have the recordings of all the lessons. Soon after the class, I will upload the recording to the WhatsApp group, so therefore you can watch the recording anytime, unlimited. Okay. Right. Okay. Then students, if you have any doubts, send your doubts to the WhatsApp group, or you can send me personally. And so I will put my number also. So my number is not 773501620, and you can contact me anytime. And if you have any doubts related to A-level exam or subject related things, so you can contact me. Right. Okay. I'm happy to see you all in this introduction session. No. I'm not going to conduct online and physical parallelly. So my online classes are separated and physical classes are separated, because I don't like to do hybrid classes. I want to address all my online students separately. I want to be with you all separately, and I want to be with my physical students separately. Okay. Right. Okay, students, then let's meet on the next week, Wednesday class. Get registered, fill the Google form, and contact our class coordinators. They will give you the details, and let's meet on the next class. Until then, bye. Have fun. Good night for all of you. God bless you. Okay, bye. Have fun.